give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I've met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. See, I would say if you are interested at all in playing.
Yep, I think it's on. Trust is pretty decent. But good rally is hard to play into, I would say. Doctor's very impressive right now. With Axiom Arc Boss, he can go Lethality or Bruiser.
The joke's on you!
Jacob's just
Yes, sir!
I'll say it does say that red side is more so just banning the more annoying champs to play against, which honestly, respect. I don't know. Okay. Katarina does have multiple builds that she can go right now. She can go AD, she can go AP, she can go Ravenous Hydra even, which can be annoying. And if Katarina gets ahead, it can be a real problem. But if Katarina doesn't get ahead, then it just kind of becomes a liability. MF's obviously just good all around. Can do whatever. MF fight, that's kill. That's killing. That's going for kills. Set's good here, especially because he can also build a few different things. Generally, he's most likely going to be going, oh, Zach, yeah. If knowing Set, as I like to play Set quite a bit, he's most likely going Blade into Heartsteel, although Radiant Virtue Set has picked up, and it has a very high win rate. Black Cleaver, new Black Cleaver is also very good on Set. Obviously, Zach is so strong with Radiant Virtue. Echo, that can be jungle or mid. Both are pretty strong right now.
Understood. Eventually.
I would say Jhin is probably a pretty good ban for MF. Ooh, I think Set actually does pretty good into Yorick. So,
it's more of a skill matchup. At least
yeah.
when I played a bunch of them as both Set and Yorick.
Yes.
Draven out.
Draven is a good ban for MF, I'll say. Draven just straight up out damages MF. So even MF and Pyke. He'll kill Pyke in 3 autos. So yeah, and Draven is so oppressive right now because you just rush Essence Reaver right into Infinity Edge, and then everyone dies. Scion is a decent ban for Set. Set can bully him very hard early. And then, but also, it depends, because if you're going Blade the Ruined King, he's not much of a threat, in my opinion. And then once you get Heartsteel, he's just easy Heartsteel stacks. We do have very good engage on blue side. Ooh, okay, so red side is just going straight up picks. Yes, okay. Blue side has very good engage.
I don't want to say it's just.
That's Maokai's support.
That is Maokai's
Yeah.
support,
It could be Zach's support as well. But I'm assuming it's Maokai's support. So yeah, blue side has very good engage and engage and team fighting. Red side is very much picks, assassinating a single target, getting those picks to get objectives. And then there's Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser, to be fair, also isolate an opponent and they're gone like that. But Mordekaiser is not going to be able to get on Zveris.
Yeah, no. There's only a few you can really isolate for it to turn the tide, and that's probably going to be Katarina or Varus.
Yes.
But if any of those laners get ahead,
The question
it's
is,
gonna
what
be
are we going to
really
see Varus go here?
bad. If
I
he runs-
personally think, see, into this team, as much as I hate it, lethality actually looks pretty good. I hate lethality Varus, but it does look pretty good
really
here.
does.
On hit, I think is just
I think you
superior
still
in
go on
any
hit
time.
here because
Yes,
there's
I do
still
think.
a ton of
Especially if
damage.
that Mordekaiser gets ahead. On hit will shred him. But on hit can just kill anybody super quickly anyway, but you need a few items.
Yeah, I think he's going to go on hit anyway because he has such a large.
Yes,
team.
especially with those supporting champs. You have a lot of people just hold people in place and allow any of that to go through.
I'm excited. I think. I don't know. It's going to be a rough. Katarina out. It'll be a lot easier.
Yes, yeah. If you get Katarina down early, which Echo does, Echo's, in my opinion, almost like a mini, like a lesser version of Diana or Kassadin, where he does very well into other assassins. Because he has that shield and that stun, which most other assassins don't have. And he has good mobility, and he has that survivability in his ult as well.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank. For a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we create
Halo Blades actually, I have experimented with it on Mordekaiser before. Wouldn't say it's optimal, but it can get you very fast passive.
Oh, okay, so now click on that eyeball.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card.
Minions have spawned.
Yep. There we go. Alright, good start. Both just typical start that we're seeing here. Yeah, the Halo Blades, it's okay on Mord. It's good if you want a, strong early against a certain champ, but Set has such a strong early game just because he has the most ridiculous base stats out of like any champion. You aren't gonna get much use of that.
The bottom right shoulder. You got MF on the bottom.
What a Yeah, no, Mord never wins that. Especially because he has grit. That's dead. Yep, that's first blood Set. You do not engage Set with when you're playing Mord. Early, yeah. And then, yeah, Varus is getting that poke out. And yeah, the Varus is going for that on hit, which I do think is superior. Dark Harvest versus... Oh, that's a very strange ignite. And that's a good ignite on mid. Oh, double ignites down. Oh, okay, okay. Is Katarina killing Echo. Echo was not quite respectful of that jump, the flash jump. Yeah. Which, to be fair, Echo was probably waiting for his own E to come off cooldown, because that would probably insta-kill as well. He just didn't expect that low of a cooldown. I do not know how Kha'Zix died to Gromp. I will say that's interesting. Yeah, Kha'Zix has such a good... Wait, why is chat... Hold on.
That's better.
Yeah, so... Yes, we do have those Dark Seal stacks. And that's what I was about to say. So Echo, Dark Harvest versus Electrocute it's very interesting because you can go either way. I would say that Electrocute's probably better into Katarina because you want Dark Harvest into champions that you can poke and engage on and they can't do much back. Set still wins this, yeah. Yeah, Set just wins it. That's good. Yeah, you just leave that because you don't have any cooldowns left on Set. Mord probably still has shield there, possibly. You see he has full value, so you just want to let that tick down a bit. Wait until you have your W back up. You wait till you have to. Oh, yeah. You let that hit. You let that hit, and you run in. And that's it. Yeah.
It's not really much you can do. I wouldn't.
Mords does still have TP, so we'll probably see that coming out. Yeah, bot lane's going very heavily in Varus, which I would say because... Ooh, that's a bit of out of position for Maokai, though. A flash out, but he's not going to... Oh, he's not going to go after that. I think they could go for more and get a kill, maybe. But that is flash. That is flash out of the Maokai. Also, we have double ignite on red side. Bot lane. No heal. Which, that is hyper aggressive, but with the poke from Varus, that's going to hurt. Yeah. Because the weird thing is, like, even though... Oh, that's dead MF. Yep. And then he just turns and kill. Oh, what? Ignite? Oh, he doesn't have any... Oh, he wins that. He wins that. Nope. Yep. That's a very far ahead Varus. He's probably going to be able to back with at least Noon Quiver and maybe even part of a Vamp Scepter. That's not where you want to E. Oh, yeah, you don't walk back. You do not walk back into that. You're dead, yep. Katarina, yep. Blue side's off to a very strong start here. Which, yeah, it's going to be hard, especially because you have such a snowbally comp on red side. You needed that early lead. Because that Echo is one of the better scaling assassins, I will say. He can do better. Mord is decent at scaling as well. Although, on Mord, I don't know why you're going Amp Tome. I would not... I personally wouldn't go for Amp Tome on that first back. Yeah, I wouldn't go Riftmaker here on Mord at all. If I'm into a set, I am 100% of the time going to rush Ninja Tabby, or not Tabby, Plated Steel Caps. Yeah. To reduce those autos, because Set 90% of that damage is his autos, and you do not want those to hit. Yeah. Oh, that's a very early flash. There was not anything coming after there. I don't know what he was expecting. There's no ult on the side of bot lane there. Maokai was out of range and he has no flash. He secured that minion. Kha'Zix is very behind in farm, and he needed to get those early ganks. Yeah, he's looking at that, and that could easily be something. Yep. He has 6. He does have 6. He's not going to use it. He probably still would have died, but it's on such a low cooldown. Oh, that's going to be dead. Yep. And Pyke's most likely dead as well. Oh, that ult was not needed. That ult from Varus was not needed. But, I mean, at that point... Oh, that's an ult from Mord, but... I don't know. You don't flash there as Set, because Mord has to go back through you. And Zach's down in the river, so he was making his way out. Mord had no way out. Obviously, you still win that as Set, but you're already so far ahead, you're just wasting flash at that point. But I mean, you still get the kill, so. Yes. Yeah, this bot lane is so far ahead. I'd like to see Maokai roaming, because I feel like Varus is completely safe right now. Pyke's still level 4. Varus has such a big range advantage, and he has that ult. It's about halfway off of cooldown, and he has flash up still. So Pyke has, Varus has escape options, and he might be able to 2v1. And he's just baiting this though. They have control ward there. They aren't scared of anything. That's a double proc from the Q. Yeah. Yeah, Maokai should be roaming now. Varus has this lane under lock. It's pushing in. Right now, I would say it's probably good to stay just in case something happens. Ooh, it's good that Q didn't hit, or else Tower was after. I don't know why you'd go in here. You're dead if Varus has Q. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't. Does that kill? No way that Maokai ult kills. It doesn't reach him. It doesn't reach him. Okay. Yeah, he can just run. Oh, yeah. Set already has Blade. Set already has Blade. There's nothing you can do. Cat's dead. Only Maokai gets the assist there. Kha'Zix needs to be ganking. You don't power farm as Kha'Zix. You gank. You got to get those early leads.
He can only really gank bot lane, and even then he has to make.
Yeah, bot lane's been pushed in most of the time, but yeah, it's hard for Kha'Zix. Ooh, I would have W'd a little bit sooner. He started auto-attacking the minions. But he's still dead, yeah. Set has ult, so he just runs at him and ults him. Oh, why would you start backing? You gotta respect that. Oh, you can't just sit there. Yeah. Kha'Zix has picked up that Dirk, so he does have a little bit more kill power. But not that much. Katarina is up to 8 stacks on that Dark Seal, which that is quite scary. Maokai is TG, yeah, and he has those played steel caps. MF's not doing anything to him. Neither is that Pyke. See, and the thing is, this Pyke MF, it's a very good kill lane, but it was a very good response from Legacy's side, because Varus does very well into those because he's so much longer range. You don't care about the poke from MF's Make It Rain because you just fire back arrows and you deal just as much, if not more damage. Because yes, does the poke build do more damage? Yes, but that doesn't mean that the on-hit build doesn't do damage. That's the thing. It still does equal damage. But the other thing is this Maokai is such a good pick because Pyke, you need to pull people in with that Q, or you need to go in with your E. What does Maokai do? Please pull me in. That's what Maokai says. Let's get in here. Oh, that's a very good Varus. That's going to stun all of them. That's a kill. That's going to be another one onto him. He's going to have arrow back up here. Yep. Oh, that's a good flash. The E doesn't kill. We do have Kha'Zix sitting in the wings here. Katarina's going to find him, though. Katarina can kill that easy. And she can see the MF. Oh, and she wasted the flash to try and get in range. It's not going to be much of a matter, though, because they just get the dragon. Yeah, that's 10 on Darkseid. We're probably seeing a Magi's here. And that's first turret. Actually, that's second turret. Yeah, Set already got first turret. Set does appear to be building for that Heartsteel as well. That's going to be deadly. The only thing I will say about the Heartsteel here is if you want to get consistent stacks, you pretty much need to be into that. Oh, the turret targeted him but stopped. He's just not doing damage to Set. He was dead if he stepped out of that turret range because Set just instantly would turn on him. Set had ult there as well, so he would have just protected. Yeah, that was so lucky for Maokai because turret started targeting him, but he got out of range before it could fire. But Set, if you're buying that Heartsteel, you pretty much always want to be in lane against that against the Mordekaiser if you're going to be getting those stacks on Heartsteel. Because oh, you don't pull in that Katarina. You cancel that and you E out of there. Yep. So you have to understand with Pyke, just because you pull back that Q doesn't mean you have to throw it. You wait and then you just cancel it and you run. Yeah, Mord, you need to stay back. You don't go back that far though on Mord. You need to be up farther. You need to get a ward down in that tri-bush or in the bush by Krugs, and you need to stay within XP range because that's the problem. You might not be able to get CS, but that's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. But you need to stay in XP range. You cannot fall that far behind him. You can already see he's 3 levels behind on Set. Which levels, they may not be the most important on Mordekaiser, but they are pretty strong because they... What? What is that ult for? There's no reason... That was a good opportunity to try and Q Varus, but you don't just ult out of nowhere. Yeah, now you both just die. Yeah, there's no... Yeah. This is not looking good for a BHS.
I'm really hoping they don't do any sort of free-range content if they end it as soon as possible.
Yeah. Blue side's just going to end it as soon as possible, but... And the thing is, like... Especially because of that Varus and... Yeah, that's not what you want. When you're out, you don't ult there. Mord's just ulting set and not engaging. Why would you ult if you... You ult when he's under tower, and then you have to force him to fight you, basically. Yeah, I don't know. Like, right now, that's when you ult. Ooh, he just flashed out of the W range. He didn't wait in time. He used that a bit early. He's a bit low. I don't think he can go for an engage on this board here. He's just got to sit back. Oh, he's going to go for it anyway. Oh, he has ult, though. He has ult. Oh, but he doesn't have W. He doesn't have W. This Katarina fights this. Yep, that's going to be quad. Yep. Oh, yeah. She doesn't even have Magi's. He doesn't need Magi's. Oh, why would you? You were out if you didn't turn in Q. There's no way in there if you just turn in Q. Yeah, Katarina's way too far ahead. I expect a Magi's real soon here. There's no reason not to. Nobody on the enemy team is a threat. So you're just going to go for that. Varus is already almost to that Ginsu's Rage Blade, which is going to be super big. I would say also after Ginsu's, if this game... There's no reason to ult. He's not in the range. Ult does no damage if you aren't in the range. But no, Varus here, if the game were to go long enough, after Rage Blade, I would say you go straight for Runeans. There is no magic damage besides Mordekaiser on that enemy team. Kha'Zix's dead. This is like the first time that we've even seen Kha'Zix do anything, which it's not what you do. You don't go in before that W goes down either on Echo. You need to wait for that W's to be right about to proc. That's when you jump in on Echo. See, what I would have liked to see, since we saw that early Katarina from Legacy, I would have, Kassadin would have been an amazing counter pick from blue side. Kassadin is probably the #1 win rate into Katarina. That would have been so good, especially with how strong Kassadin is right now. Because, yeah, the problem is you went for this team that's just an all-or-nothing team that's heavy snowball, but then you weren't able to snowball. And after you got behind, there's nothing that you can do to come back in. See, blue side actually was better if they got behind because they have good scaling. That, in this game, I would say that Varus is probably the hardest scaling champion in this game. I mean, that early game just, Echo misplaying that going in, and then that double kill for bot lane, that was just so rough. Set getting those early kills. When Set gets an early kill, he can get so far ahead, you need to just sit back and take farm and just poke him when you can. You cannot engage on Set when he gets ahead unless you have jungle pressure. And the problem is Katarina. When Katarina gets ahead, she just takes over the entire game if you don't have a way to deal with her. And looking at Red Side's team, you have nothing to deal with Katarina except for maybe Mord. That is the only thing that can deal with that Katarina.
Just go back to GOAT and then we'll wait the first game to start.
Yeah, the Katarina is...
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion, learn marketable skills, and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. So I would say, if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot, because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion. Learn marketable skills and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. So I would say, if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot, because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion. Learn marketable skills and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, There's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I've met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. See, I would say if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back, it wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion. Learn
Mundo is definitely really strong on top right now. He can snowball, he's super tanky, it's just hard to kill him. Even if he gets behind, he just doesn't care because he just stat checks anybody.
Pick a fight you can't win.
Yeah, Set's definitely just a good ban. He's not like the strongest in top lane, but he's just good into almost anything. He can deal with almost anything. He's good at just sitting back farming. He's good at turning fights. That W is always just hard to play against unless you have a specific champ. Like, for example, Kled. Kled's good because he has that E that brings you right to the other side of a champion. So, like, personally, for me, that's the best one. Heimerdinger is, Heimerdinger is so oppressive. He's super strong in support, like probably one of the best supports right now. He has engage, he has damage, but then he can also be flexed to both mid and top and even ADC. Nunu's also quite strong right now. Not the strongest jungle, but he's definitely good. Nocturne, once again, we're seeing that. He has that good flexibility in builds. He has that strong engage. He has good snowball, but he can also... He's one of the few assassins who can just build... who can still just build Bruiser and then just tank that out. Malzahar's definitely a good ban for certain mid laners. Notably, Engage doesn't do too well against Malzahar, especially if he has that spell shield. Nico's a pretty good pick here. Decent blind pick as well because it can actually be flexed into 4 different roles. Anything but jungle, Nico can realistically be played in. It's most likely going ADC here. Zach also probably one of if not the strongest junglers right now. Tristana can be mid or ADC. I'd actually say she's stronger in ADC right now. Okay, Vel'Koz, that's once again still... Xerath? I'd say Xerath is more likely to be support than Vel'Koz. Well, both are likely to be support, but I'd say Vel'Koz is more likely to go mid than Xerath, so that's most likely support Xerath. Viego into Warwick, I actually don't know what that matchup is. Because they're both, they both like want to pretty much farm their first jungle. Warwick can gank early, but he doesn't necessarily want to all the time. It depends. Warwick does just put a lot of... Ooh, okay. I'd actually say Nico does fairly well into Kassadin. So, but Kassadin is just ridiculously strong right now. So that is fair. If you're just scared of a Kassadin coming out, that's fair. But no, so Warwick, I like to say that Warwick just puts psychological pressure because you get below that threshold, you see the Warwick thing coming, and all of a sudden you're more aware, you're a lot more paranoid. So even though it's like not necessarily a true thing, it does put that little psychological pressure in there. Garen's another stat stick, you know, just runs at you. There's certain champions that he does counter quite well. But Morgana, I hate Morgana. We always like to get rid of that. No 12-year stuns. Ooh, Malphite. So, yeah, I don't, the Malphite. So Caitlyn Xerath, that's hard poke. Anivia. Ooh, wait. Where's, oh, that's Nico Top. That's gonna be Nico Top. Nico Top, I don't know. Nico Top will do well into Malphite, I would say. Because you, oh, it's Galio. That's still Nico Top, I would want to say. I have seen Galio Top before, and I feel like Galio Top does probably do decent into Malphite, but yeah, Nico Top, I can actually see this, because Nico, generally when you go top, you're going to go on hit. You're going to go either lethal tempo or press the attack, and then you're going to rush either Kraken Slayer or Nashor's Tooth. Into a Malphite, I'd say Nashor's Tooth, or you just go full AP. But generally, I'm going to say that you're going to... it's hard because you already have so much AP on this team with Xerath and Galio that I'm going to say that you're going to want to go on hit and you're just going to rush Nashor's Tooth because Malphite only wants to stack armor and nothing else. He doesn't want to go MR if he doesn't have to because he doesn't scale as well off of it. I think only his passive might scale off of MR, if I'm right.
Yeah.
But everything else just scales off his armor. Zach Tristana, I didn't think about that. That is a scary bot lane. You aren't, the problem is you're going to be taking a good amount of poke from Caitlyn. You're taking a good amount of poke from Caitlyn. Galio is going to put some poke in with that Q, but I feel like Xerath Caitlyn would have actually been, it would have actually been a much more effective bot lane, especially for the Tristana zone. Because if you have Xerath Caitlyn, then what you're going to do is you're going to constantly poke them so that they cannot engage us. You can still partially do that with Caitlyn, but Galio has a longer cooldown on his Q, and it uses a good amount of mana. So, as far as Galio's not necessarily item reliant, but he does fight pretty hard with his first two items. Generally, for mid, you're going to go Everfrost, which gives you that extra CC, which also guarantees that W. Where if you're on a support budget, you might not know that Radiant Virtue is a very good option. That's a very strong option. But then you're also going to be matching that Radiant Virtue on Zac. So, but Tristana, Zac, what you're going to do in that lane, you're going to try and avoid taking as much poke as possible until level 2. Zac is going to get E and Q, Tristana is going to get E and W, and then you're just going to instantly jump in and try and kill somebody. That's all you're going to do. I guarantee you, level 2, as soon as they both hit level 2, we see a jump in, unless Caitlyn and Galio manage to poke them down. That is the biggest caveat, and that's why I would say Galio is a little scary into Victor, but not that bad. Especially, it's one of the few times where I'd say that Phase Rush would actually be better than Aftershock, which is rare because I think Aftershock's so good, but because if you're playing Galio mid into Victor, what you would do there is you engage with your E, you hit your Q, E, and then auto, and then you get that movement speed because Victor's immediately going to put down his W to try and stun you. So if you have Phase Rush, you can run out.
Hardworking Midwestern idea,
but we're seeing Xerath, so you're going to be able to, you have longer range than Victor by a bit.
And get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck.
I think it would actually be bad if you go first strike.
Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC.
You are not going to get that first. So
4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities.
Yes.
You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics.
Yeah, it's hard to
make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion.
Because it increases that damage so much, and then all you can do
at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, I don't like this first strike from Victor here. First strike's very good on Victor, but 9 times out of 10, that Xerath has more range. Ooh, this is a 5-man stack for Invade, but none of them are there. Do they... See, at this point, I'd almost leave, because you might not catch anybody. Warwick's on blue, does he stay there? Yeah, okay, I agree. You leave, yep. Yep, place that ward, good.
I really don't like Arion.
Minions has spawned.
Strike and he was fine because he's gonna lose out on a lot of the
Scoreboard. Yep.
turn off time.
Oh.
The double.
Okay, I actually do agree with this Victor going first strike, as seeing that the Galio and Xerath are switched. Oh, well, he just lost it, though. Which, to be fair, you're probably going Q, or it depends upon the matchup. Both Q and E are good first levels on Victor. Yeah, that's on. The auto freeze on. We'll just... so, yeah, if you're going Q, you're probably going to lose that first one. Let's see here. They're gonna, yeah, a decent damage onto Zac, but Zac is less important because he has that passive. You need the damage onto Tristana. Yeah, Maokai's just gonna sit back. Nico did go for lethal tempo, and she has ignite. But we do have 2 TPs on both sides. The support is actually running TP on Legacy side here. So yes, Legacy's bot lane is doing what they need to do. They need to poke hard. Oh, they did poke hard enough. They aren't. They're backing off here. They aren't going in. So bot lane cannot go in. So that's good. I would have liked to see a little bit more damage on Tristana, but they did what they needed to because they dissuaded Sentry from going in. And we have Viego coming in though. Oh, she's caught. That Caitlyn. Oh, that's gonna be a dead Caitlyn. Looks like that's very good gank from Viego. Very good. And they got that perfect age. Ooh, Galio taking a tower shot. That's rough. And it's very good from Nico. Yeah, Nico, you aren't afraid of much because you have that E. Nico, you just want to poke and get as much damage as you can early on. Yes, that's very good for red side there. No sums, and they got heal and from Caitlyn and flash from both. That was very good gank from. Oh, very good flash W. That's right into that perfectly placed stun from Victor. That was very good gank there. Oh, that was perfectly timed stun from Victor and that perfect flash W. Yes, that was so good. So good there. Yep, which I do say that, yeah, you don't want to get behind as Galio. Because with Galio, you want to have the items that you're able to engage and keep the enemy low so that they can't keep poking you. It's almost the exact same, but the opposite of what's going on in top lane here. Nico, you just want to poke that enemy as much as you can, dissuade them from going in, and then you have your W and E. But we have Viego coming in. Nico's a little overextended. She doesn't have ult or anything. Oh, she used that W a little early. Oh, the flash. The flash. Is there? I don't think there's a W from Viego. She might get out here. Flash from Maokai. Oh, they are going to get the kill. Okay. I was thinking that flash might have been a little too late for Maokai, but it was just enough to get in range and get that kill. So we did have double flashes burn top, though. No ignite from Nico, but there's also no TP from Nico. So Maokai gets Malphite gets a great chance just to sit and farm for a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't, because you're sitting back and poking. You don't need those potions. You aren't expecting hard engage. Well, I mean, you are expecting hard engage, but you don't want to take that hard engage. So you would rather just go for items to give you more damage. You don't, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind buying a refillable pot. I think refillable pot's always worth it if you have the extra gold. But yeah, corrupting pot's probably not really worth it there. Yes, good poke. Great poke from Victor there. That's exactly what you need to do. Oh, they don't have vision in that bush. That's going to be an engage. That's going to be a kill. That is a perfect. Yeah, just sitting right out of vision. Is this going to be a dive? Are we seeing a dive here? Oh, no, okay. Yeah, they didn't have those minions. If we had those minions in, we might see. Viego is leaving as well. He's not hovering for a dive. He's just going to go straight for that dragon, which I think is probably good. Bot lane can go for that dragon. TP coming out from Xerath, yes. Yeah, this is going to be a completely free dragon, which I don't, I think Warwick's making a good decision here. Yeah, the Q's gone. I don't think they can do much to contest this here. Oh, it reset the, yeah. Yeah, it must be some sort of bug going on, but yeah. You had Smite with Viego. There was really no risk there. Maybe a gank coming mid here from Viego. He's looking for it. Oh, yeah, there's a control word there. Ooh, he's trying to bait him down. He's going around. Oh, he walked into the stun. Yeah, and that when you see that, oh, okay. He still got away, but that's a wasted flash there. I don't think he needed that flash. He would have taken a bit more damage, and it looks like he's not going to back. Oh no, he is going to back. So yeah, I don't like that flash. Ooh, that's a bad flash from Warwick. And he might be dead here. He's only level 4. Ooh, he went for the heal. That might have been okay. Ooh, yeah, you want to walk back in with that with Nico. This Maokai is starting to get. Ooh, he went straight for HP here. but he's very far behind in CS. Nico hasn't backed in a bit.
This Xerath needs to put him much farther back.
Yes, Nico. Nico. Yeah, you just hit those. Yes, Malphite is positioning well. He's trying not to allow those E's to come through from Nico. Yeah. Am I saying? Oh. My bad. Oh, we might be seeing a gank here in top side. Yeah, looks like Viego's coming around. That's the E already out. Nico will have W. She's going to use it. Oh, she dodges the stun. That's big. That's very good. She dodged that. She didn't have flash up, so that was very crucial. Yeah, Victor is but Galio doesn't have that much either. Victor, yeah. Galio, I will come at. He is staying very close in CS, even with dying that one time, which is very good. Bot lane is falling a bit behind. Malphite's only 10 behind here. Oh, there we go. Yep, the repeat gank. Yes, that's a very good repeat gank. Yeah. Yes.
He's still going to be useful even with just the assists.
Yeah. I think he probably could have taken a couple, especially I feel like the Malphite doesn't need him that much.
Yeah, but the Tristana having those 3
yes, Tristana, that's very big. And I'd like to see... she could go Kraken or she can go Navori. Both are very good. I honestly... it's hard to tell which one would be better here because... like, it's not as straight as Kraken into tanks, Navori and not into tanks, because Navori gives you those quicker cooldowns, which are huge, because that allows you to constantly jump. You can get multiple bombs out at once, actually, with Navori, when you have enough crit, which is insane, because that Q gives you such a big attack speed steroid, that and if you're hitting those crits... ooh, this is another gank. This is another gank. Jumping in, got right onto that Xerath, got that slow. That... very good from blue side to disengage. Ooh, does get this. That's a good good hit on that Q from that Zac, forcing out that flash. Warwick is here, but I don't know if he can do much. But he is here to wait. Ooh, Tristana's walking right into him. Oh, but she gets the ward down. Yep, he's just going to need to run. Oh, Zac canceled the jump. Ulting out, ulting out. Oh, but Tristana jumps in. She jumps into tower range. She's dead. She's dead. Oh, a little too over-aggressive, but a very good watchful eye from Galio to get all that ult immediately. Tristana did not use either flash or cleanse, though. But she couldn't cleanse the Galio ult, to be fair. She probably would have still got hit by the Galio ult, even if she cleansed. I think she got hit by Xerath down there as soon as she jumped in. Which, yeah. Yeah. Very overzealous Tristana jump, because neither of them were that low. But very good reaction from blue side. Yeah, Frostfire builds out a Sheen now. That's probably good for him. Yes, that's... oh, he hits the stun, and they're fighting on 2 different fronts. They aren't even fighting the... okay, there we go. They switch over to Galio. That's going to be ult from... it didn't matter, though. Oh, but we have 2 re-engaging. Malphite's coming down, though. That ult hits. Can they kill him down? Oh, they get the... they stop the healing. She's going to get the blast cone. She gets the blast cone. The first strike. Oh, she walks right into it. Yeah, she had nowhere to go. The other 2 were on the top side, though. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yep. She had flash. If she just flashed over the wall, she was out. Yes. Very well played from red side. It looked like it was turning in their side. It looked like if Warwick was able to fight for just a little bit longer, he probably would have got that HP back. I think he had ult during that. I don't know if it was on cooldown, but I'm pretty sure he had ult, and he probably should have ulted a bit sooner. Then he probably would have been able to take out Viego, and then it might have turned it into red side. But yeah, very good look on Malphite. He came down right in time, hit that nice ult to... what?
Does he get stacks from the assist on?
I don't think so. He only... I'm pretty sure he only gets it from minions and kills. Which, those 3 kills are big for that victory, yes. That's 75 stacks right there, and he already has over 70 stacks because cannons give 5 or 4. It might be 4. One of the two.
I would think it's 5.
Yeah, I can't. I play him quite a bit. I can't even remember. But yeah, so Victor definitely has first. He might be close, if not already having second. Yep. So that's for sure. E upgrade. He might have Q upgrade as well. Ooh, that W hits a minion. Oh, the Galio missed the E. Ooh, yeah. I don't know why you TP here because yeah, you aren't going for an engage. They're not taking damage. Nico doesn't have the right items, and Nico's going AD. She needs that Nashers before she can start doing damage. She didn't get enough pokes, so she didn't get for her. Ooh, you don't blind walk into that bush, even if it's just to place a ward.
I think you could have gotten the Xerath body.
Yeah, because I don't know if Nico had any cooldown. Why would you walk back up to the bush? I mean, yeah, if you're red team, you just sit in that bush if they're gonna walk up. But you have a ward in that bush. They must have just been sitting outside. Yeah, red team just sees they know that the Xerath was top, so they can just free engage on Caitlyn. And there's nothing they can do. Yeah, I would like to notice the Victor is going Leandra's, which isn't... I think it's decent here. I don't think it's bad at all.
I think
it's interesting, because you definitely don't go... Crown of the definitely don't go crown because it's just with that Xerath there alone that's enough that you don't go crown. Luden's isn't bad here either, especially when you're this far ahead, because Galio's really the only tanky one right now. Warwick will become tanky.
I think that was just the first front build.
Yeah,
He was just trying to build there.
yeah, that's what I would say as well. Warwick's in a decent position here. He's fairly even on CS. Nico, despite having 4 deaths, is still up in CS, which that's just Malphite. That's just Malphite syndrome. When you play Malphite, you accept, hey, I am most likely going to get down on CS, but I am just going to sit and farm, and then I'm going to be crucial in late game team fights. That's what you do with Malphite. So only being 7 CS behind into a hard poking top laner, that's pretty good. Yeah, being an item ahead as well. Well, you're 3-0-3 as well. Yeah, you can just engage here, and yeah, you're just gonna get constant ganks from. I would have walked back out of that as Malphite. Viego, I do agree to just stay as close as possible. But also, you know that this is an AD Nico. Oh wait, she's building a Vamp. She's going for Blade of the Ruined King first. She's not actually going for Nashers. See, into a normally in top lane, Blade of the Ruined King definitely a very good pickup on AD Nico. But into a Malphite, Nashor's Tooth and Blade of the Ruined King, I say, are probably both very good first items on Nico, on hit Nico. Into a Malphite, I would say that Nashor's Tooth is better because then you're forcing him to build some early MR. Yeah, she's building that board. Oh, that hits? Yeah, that's almost fully upgraded. Tristan's not gonna come in on that. She's just gonna sit and get that CS. Zach's not scared. He has passive. He hasn't died. He still has that passive. That tower's almost gone, but Nico does no damage. Nico doesn't have the damage. I mean, she has the consistent damage. She can just keep walking. I honestly wouldn't have been surprised if Malphite just turned and ulted. He probably could have killed him. That was a good trap placement there from Caitlyn. Stopped the Viego. I don't think they had, I don't know if they had a potential for a gank, but then again, it is Tristana Zach. They can jump in from halfway across your screen, but I still don't know if there's necessarily kill potential. Warwick was also on the bot side of the map there, so. Yeah. The other really crazy thing is if you time it right with Warwick Q and you hold it, you can follow Tristana through her entire jump, which is insane. Yes, you just travel with her. Yeah, Nico just can't do damage to this Malphite. She just needs to sit and farm. She wants this to... yeah, you need to leave there. You need to leave there. When your tower's that low, you can't sit around. So yeah, good on Malphite noticing that all he needed to do was hit that turret and then he could attack Nico. That was a good job on Malphite. Good job on Victor, just zoning him out, keeping that people there. Yeah. And that is... Ooh, okay, good flash. Good flash there. I would have said that I think Viego might, it would have been better if they focused on Xerath, but Caitlyn was dragging behind. If he hit that W, she was dead. So that was, I mean, you could go for either target there. Tristana obviously would have rather went for Xerath because he has the bomb, so that's how you get those resets. But, yeah, it was either way, very good flash from Caitlyn. Well timed. They're looking at contesting this Drake. I don't know if you do. I think you leave this Drake, you try and get to the next one early, but Warwick's sitting on a ward. They know he's there. That's going to be this. Oh, he's stunned going over the wall. He hit the stun at the perfect time. Oh, that's rough. That was a bit early of a blast cone, but I think they removed the vision. Yeah, they'd removed the vision. Warwick had no idea what the health was, so, I mean, you're trying to do all you can to get back in this game. So yeah, this is free dragon here. I think your win condition, your win condition if you're legacy, if you're blue side here, you need to have Warwick come in for engages and have Galio follow it up with ult. That's pretty much guaranteed kills because you already have that Divine Sunder on Warwick. You hit that ult with Warwick, they're stunned. That's a guaranteed hit from Galio ult. Galio follows up with Everfrost. Yeah, almost nobody on that enemy team is surviving that. Besides maybe Malphite. Yes, good, yeah. Galio, like, he only has no magic mantle. That's all he has. Oh, but yeah, the consistent poke, this is where those Sork boots and that Leandri's, that's coming, and that's just ticking away at him every pit. It might not do that much burst damage, which is what you're generally used to on Victor, but you're just getting that damage over time, which is rough. Which, yeah, I do agree with this Leandri's. It's a very good engage. Yeah, that's just the strength of this bot lane. You just have such long engages. Oh, that's a very good ult. That was beautiful ult. Yeah. You use the flash to get in front, but you still have cleanse. And you have jump again, so you have an even longer flash, so you aren't too worried yet. That flash ult was great, just guaranteeing that kill. But yeah, that's why this Zac Tristana bot lane is so scary, because they can engage from halfway across the lane, and there is almost nothing you can do. Ooh, actually, this is interesting. Okay, wait, we have a scuffle going on. Oh, Viego's just there. Okay, early flash. Oh, he still hits the ult, but that flash is gonna get him out of there. But interesting, Tristana going Gale Force here. That is actually quite interesting. It's not bad. I do enjoy it, but I don't think you need it because you aren't that scared of much from blue side here. Because blue side has a lot of poke, they don't have a lot of engage. And since blue side doesn't have that engage, you don't need that Gale Force for much. You already have flash, cleanse, and your jump on Tristana. I think Kraken Slayer or even Bloodthirster would have been better. I'd say Kraken Slayer is just almost always the best item on Tristana. Yeah, I mean, you're this far ahead. You're just guaranteeing more kills early. But those buffs on Infinity Edge and Navori are better. And I honestly think that Tristana is one of the best abusers of that. Tristana and Draven, I would say, are the two best ADCs to abuse that second item, Infinity Edge. When you're this far ahead, I don't think you need a Navori either. You just go straight for Infinity Edge. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen this cleanse come out of Tristana all game. She hasn't needed it. Yeah, you're jumping in. Yeah. It's a suppression, so I don't think you can. Yeah, oh, that's a good place. W, yeah. Oh, he's waiting for the cooldowns. He doesn't have the cooldowns. Okay, he's going to get the ult, though. I don't know if the ult was necessary, but it sure got the job done. I don't think Warwick can do anything against here. Yeah, if you have a chance back in, you need that Warwick and you need that Galio within range. Oh, yeah. You're just walking too far up there. Good job on red side noticing that. Yeah, there's nothing that they can do. These three together you aren't doing anything. Honestly, that's not the scariest three on this team, though. You get Malphite, Tristana, and Zac running around. They're engaging on you from over half a screen away, and you're dead. Yeah, this Viego is so strong. Malphite's not taking any damage from anybody. Zach's got that Radiant Virtue. Xerath hasn't finished his first item yet. Everyone has at least one item except for Xerath. And all of Red side has 2 items except for Zach, which is understandable, and Malphite somehow doesn't have 2 items. I don't know how. With 110 CS and 5 kills, it's kind of surprising. It looks like he's going for Frozen Heart. Yeah. Oh, that stun hits. Okay, I was about to say if Warwick goes in on that, that's a little sketch, but they're going to be looking to go to Soul Point here, to go to Dragon Soul Point. Warwick is there, but there's not much you can do. Oh, it's okay, he ults away as Tristana jumps in. Oh, if the rest of blue side was there, Tristana might have been dead. Obviously, yeah, you can't do much if you're blue side there, so it's probably good that they weren't there. But if the rest of blue team was there on that dragon, then Tristana would have been dead jumping over that wall. But obviously they had wards there. They had wards there, so Tristana knew nobody else was there. Yeah, Viego was on point with those early ganks setting it. Oh my gosh, that is a 4-man Zach knockup. Oh, but a 4-man Nico ult to change, but it's not going to matter. Red side is just going to take that by a landslide. Oh my gosh. 4-man Zach engage into, but then the 4-man Nico ult, but it just doesn't matter. Red team has the gold, red team has the items, they just overwhelm everything. They're just going to end here. I think the death timers are too long. There's nothing they can do. They have Baron, they have 5 team members. The game's over here. Yeah, and you have this. Actually, that bomb didn't do as much as I thought, but we have the Xerath ult coming out, but that's not going to do much here. Yep, that's just a hard win. That Viego was just absolutely on point with those early ganks. He hit that early, the Viego hit that early bot lane gank, and then had that perfect flash into that mid lane gank onto that Galio to ensure those leads, and then plus those repeat ganks top. Yeah, that Galio was all over that game.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion. Learn marketable skills and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. So I would say if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion. Learn marketable skills and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, There's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels...
Yes, yeah, that Tristana was so oppressive last game, and you don't necessarily need to ban the Zac once you have that Tristana out of there, because that's just a strong combo. Draven, this is something that I've been waiting to see. Draven is so oppressive right now. You just rush that Essence Reaver right into Infinity Edge, you do almost unmatched damage. Yeah, and then Bloodthirster as well. You don't even need a Mythic until 4th. You didn't even need a Mythic at all, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, Ornn's a hard one to punish. Yeah, Fiora is what you're gonna want here, but if you're not comfortable on Fiora, you do not pick Fiora. Okay, yeah, the Caitlyn's out of there. Which, yeah, that does make sense. And also, they didn't want the Nico. The Nico didn't do too much last game, but it does have the potential to do a lot in that top lane. If it gets ahead. And a Xerath ban. Okay. Yeah, they don't want that engage or poke supporting. Ooh, Yorick. Yeah, Ornn can't deal with the ghouls that easily. You just smack him. Fizz can dodge that Echo stun, which is huge. You just use Playful at the right time, and it's gone. Ooh. Yeah, I'm assuming it's that. Yeah. Vel'Koz Draven. I'm not sure if I like the Vel'Koz Draven as much. That's kind of like conflicting ADCs. Draven wants kill, Vel'Koz wants poke, but you're Draven.
But like a Draven E can really misplace a Vel'Koz E, so it's really hard to work with it.
Yeah.
Probably would have picked more of like a Blitzcrank.
Yeah, it's.
Draven likes working a bit more with engage.
Yeah, Draven wants engage there. Like right now, I'd say Nautilus is very strong engage support if you want that.
There was a guy
Oh,
in
yeah.
the bathroom, so he should be back before this ends, but if not, we'll have to pause it.
His ultimate is to fix one play safe. Nobody else can damage him. That's that by yourself.
But yeah, so both junglers can gank pretty early here. Both the Nunu and the Xin Zhao. They both have very strong early gank potential. Fizz is, you're most likely not going to be able to get a good gank on him. Or Echo, they can both get out of the way pretty easily. If Draven is being very aggressive, that's a very good opportunity for Nunu to run in and hit him.
These junglers are very strong early gankers.
Yes, yeah. So both have to be quite aware of that. Xayah is not safe early. She doesn't get her safety until 6.
I think this will wind up being decided by which jungle can influence the lane.
Yes,
better,
yeah.
Especially if that Draven Vel'Koz bot lane gets ahead.
Especially if one of the junglers can put the other behind, I would say. Especially more so that Xin Zhao. Because I feel like Nunu can scale a little bit better than Xin Zhao, but Xin Zhao can snowball a bit harder than Nunu.
Well, no, Nunu snowballs. That's
Yeah, true. Nunu can snowball quite well. You're not wrong there. Yeah. Yeah, this Yorick Ornn in the top lane, though. Yorick is not somebody that you traditionally think of, but I actually don't know how Ornn E interacts with Yorick Cage. Does it destroy it? It does destroy it? Okay.
It stops the E.
Yeah, I know it stops the E, but I wasn't sure if it destroys it. So that does give Ornn a second way to get out of the E, but you don't necessarily want to use that dash to get out. Exactly, yes. But Yorick doesn't have any CC that Ornn can stop with Unstoppable.
When he says something, you have to repeat it.
Oh, it's not loud enough. But yeah, that Yorick, he's just going to get some ghouls. He's going to be able to poke with his E. Ornn has slow autos, so he can't do much about that.
It's a good pick into it because there's really, if the Yorick even just goes even, as long as there's no one who's super fed, they can't match him in side lane.
Yeah, Yorick, if you get ahead on Yorick, you just have almost uncontested side laning. Once you got that maiden there, you aren't afraid of ganks because you're essentially 2 champions in one. So, like, you aren't afraid of anything. And then you have to be so careful because if that Yorick gets ahead, he's just going to split push. There is nothing else he wants to do. But the other thing...
Interesting roles coming out of their characters. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, the only thing is that Ornn, if you don't close out the game early, that Ornn just gives so much pressure late game once you give those item upgrades. Yeah, that's going to be a Fizz support. I can't say that I've really seen that. I don't know if that's really what you want to pick. Yeah, that's Comet as well, which...
Assassin supports were big in Season 10 with Katarina, Shaco.
Yeah, there are some Assassin supports, but I don't know if I've really seen Fizz as an Assassin support. Especially, I don't know if you want that into Draven, because Draven is completely fine if you engage into him. I mean, your E slows, so that's a guaranteed hit there, and that's, well, your Q is going to be your main engage, though.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
The Ornn does have a support item. Spectral Sickle on the Ornn.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to be Fizz top, which is something that I have played quite a bit, actually. But when I've played it, I've never gone Arcane Comet or Keel. I've always gone either TP or Ignite, and then you go Grasp, actually. And you rush, like right now, I would actually say that's not too bad because you can rush Frostfire Gauntlet. And then that gives you your Sheen as well, and you just build tanky.
It's a heavy AD team comp as well. With the
Yes.
Sinzhou.
Oh, yeah. What is it? But yeah, so Fizz, you do that, and then especially now you can build that Frostfire, and then you can build Demonic Embrace. And basically you build, you go for some Demonic Embrace, and then you also can build like Azanias, and Cosmic Drive is really good, because basically what you don't want to do is you want to become tanky, but then you aren't going to be doing as much damage. So instead you just go for Ability Haste. So you can just constantly get that E out, which makes you take even less damage, and you just become a huge nuisance. Yeah, that is interesting. So he's starting top, so he's most likely going to be looking at that bot lane, but that bot lane's pushing in, which is not what they want to be letting that Draven push in if Nunu's going to be making his way bot, if they want to try and shut down that Draven. Yeah, I don't know about the lethal tempo on Xin Zhao. I haven't seen a ton of Xin Zhao recently, so I don't know exactly about that. But yeah, I think that Draven can run so many runes, honestly. It's very situational. Oh, very good, yeah. Echo into Malzahar as well. Echo can fairly easily proc that. That is, yeah. And he's only grabbing a Ruby Crystal. Yeah, but Echo, he can proc Malzahar's shield. He can use his E with that huge range, or he can just happen to proc it with his Q. With a good Q throw, that can proc that shield, and then you can go in with that W. But Fizz into Yorick, the interesting thing here is you have multiple ways to dodge Yorick's abilities. Yorick's E is a big one you need to dodge later on, which there he did a bit too late. And he might be dead here. He might be dead. Yorick doesn't have the mana though. Yep, and that heal on Fizz might have actually kept him alive there. But yeah, that's kind of what I was saying on Fizz, because you have your E, but you have to choose where to use it. Do you use your E to dodge Yorick's E, or do you use it to get out of the cage? But the other thing when you're playing Yorick to keep in mind is if Fizz has already used his E and you manage to catch him in the cage, as we saw here, if you walk too close, Fizz can use his Q to get out of that cage, because Fizz's Q goes a fixed distance. So if he's close enough, he can just go click you and it goes through you. So yes, and that Cole on the Yorick, he just wants to sit and farm, but I mean he's gonna take any damage he can get. Ooh, Draven might be in trouble here. Draven, oh yeah, that was very good from Ornn. He just stopped him in place there, but Draven, yeah, choosing to just sit and fight that, he must have just been thinking that he was dead anyways, not choosing to run or use. I feel like he might have been able to use Flash to get out. Xin Zhao's gonna go in, but yeah, Vel'Koz is nowhere near him, and Nunu's on his way. That's a flash, but the snowball, oh, the snowball ran out. Oh, but he's flashing for it. Oh, that was a bit of a wasted flash on Nunu's side. A good flash from Xin Zhao. But yeah, that was a bit of a very risky. Ooh. Yep, Yorick waiting for his cage and E for after Fizz uses the jump. Yes, yeah. But he has no mana. But it doesn't matter because Fizz has no HP, so Fizz is going to contest this. Yorick's just going to push in and then go for a back. Because Fizz has no TP. And the funny thing is, even with Fizz having no TP, blue side actually has the advantage with 2 TPs. Both Ornn and Malzahar are packing TP, where where only Yorick on red side is packing TP. So right now we have the only summoner spells that are procced are there's no flash for either jungler and there's no heal for the Fizz. Otherwise, everything's online. Oh, there's a gank coming in from Nunu. He missed. They know that the Draven's back there, though. Oh, that Draven's good. Oh, he's still going to flash, but he's not going to make it out. Yeah, that's a good job on blue side, just covering all of those entrances there. As soon as once they saw Draven go into alcove, they just kept going straight to see if they could catch Vel'Koz, but then by doing that, they were also blocking off that exit. So Draven had nowhere to go. He still chooses to expend the flash, so they get that out for free. Echo's coming down. He can hit a W, but I don't know if he can win anything here. He does have 6, but he has very little mana. Oh, and Yorick has 6, and he's already used the Maiden. Fizz is just going to attack that, and Yorick's just going to let him hit it for free. Oh. There goes the E. Yep, he just waits for that. Ooh, he had a minion, though, on the other side. Okay, that's first dragon going to blue side. Ooh, Fizz is just going to face him. Yeah, he has all the minions and the maiden. Oh, that's an ult coming out from Fizz. The flash coming from Yorick. Oh, so close. Both flashes expended and ult expended from Fizz. Yeah, Yorick has been using his abilities very well here. He's been waiting almost every single time. He's waited until Fizz used his E and then used both Cage and E. Because the thing is, when Fizz is jumping down, you can see about where he's jumping down into, so Yorick can just place his Cage right there and then throw his E down. So he's been very smart in just saving those abilities. That's what you really need here into this Fizz, is that patience. That's how you're going to win this. Because if you aren't patient, if you just throw out those abilities, Fizz has free engages on you. He just comes in, deals damage, gets out. Although he doesn't have as much burst potential because he has that Arcane Comet. Fizz has also grabbed he's grabbed his Lost Chapter here, which could be going into either Luden's or honestly we could see a Leandre's. I would not be too surprised to see a Leandre's, but I do think that is going to be Luden's. They get that knock up on Draven. Zaya's going to run after, but she's going to get knocked back. There's nothing going to come out of that there. No one on the bot lane has, no one on red side bot lane has flash, where blue side bot lane has both flashes still available. Ooh, that damage from Yorick just perfectly. He has that sheen now. He just needs to hit those autos. It does so much damage. Oh, yeah, that maiden just increases damage so much. Fizz is walking up. Yeah, York, yeah, I would not let... Ooh, Draven might... Ooh, Draven does get out here. There's no ult from bots, no ults available for bot lane yet. Nunu and Xin Zhao are both on top somehow. Ooh, we have a gank from Echo, but yeah, Ornn doing a very good job on stopping him here. He's gonna ult, but it's just gonna bring him back in place. Ooh, yeah, and now he has no mana. Zaya and Ornn both get out that. Zaya does use both summoner spells, but Ornn still has everything up. And Echo is used ult and ignite, although that ult is not on a very long cooldown. There's also no flash from Malzahar. There was a scuffle at some point. Ooh. Yeah, that's a very good knockups. Ooh, he almost got the Fizz. That was, yeah, or that was a pretty, that was the heal that saved him, yes. But that, I will say that was a pretty good job by Yorick, understanding he has no flash, he's dead. So all he wants to do is just fight that Fizz, try and get a kill. He didn't in the end. Ornn's just going to solo engage on Draven here. He's going to go for the kill. He's going to get it. He's going to get the kill. That is a solo kill from the support. And that Draven has gone for that early serrated Dirk. So seems like he might be building into Eclipse early, which I don't think is nearly as good as Essence Reaver. I just don't think there's anything better most of the time than Essence Reaver into Infinity Edge on Draven. Yeah. Yeah, you want that early sheen for Draven. That's so big. That's just going to be... It's just going to be to clear the wave, prevent them from getting in on that tower. That's not too bad. That's an understandable ult from Vel'Koz there. Yeah, he does have a lot of wave clear in general already. I don't think they were threatening a dive. They weren't going for a dive. There was no immediate need. And Draven was right there. He would have been there in just a second. Oh, that's going to be ult out for Malzahar, but there's no jungler anywhere to follow up on that. So that's just going to be a safety ult. That's just a safety ult to prevent Echo from doing anything further. Echo still comes out ahead on that trade. Oh, can he get that passive? He gets that passive. Fizz still using that E to stay safe, but for the most part, Yorick's still taking very favorable trades. Yorick is almost to that Divine Sunder already, and he has not even finished that Cole yet. So that's going to be big. We have junglers are at the exact same... Ooh, we have a gank coming in a mid. Good E usage. Echo still has ult, though. He uses the ult a little bit late, but Xin Zhao's there. Does Xin Zhao have dash avail? There's flash from Echo. That's going to be a kill for... Oh! Ignite. He's going to have E. He's going to have E in a second, right? Oh, okay. Ignite still kills. Okay, that was a very good counter gank from Xin Zhao there. Very good look to come in on that. Very good W usage from Echo as well to get that. He didn't get the. He got the stun a little bit late, but he still got that shield and stun onto Nunu.
The early sword shoes from Fizz.
Yes, those early sword shoes. But he's still not doing enough damage to Yorick. This Yorick's just taking such... I don't think it's not that Fizz doesn't have the potential. It's just Yorick is taking such favorable trades. He's being so smart with his abilities there. They do have a ward in that bush, so they do know that both the support... Ooh, that E's going to hit. That's going to be an ult, though. They're just going to go straight in on the Draven. The Draven can't do anything. That's going to be another engage on top side. Bot side's going crazy. Xin Zhao's coming in. Ult's available for Zaya, but... Xin Zhao doesn't have the dash! He's gonna ult there, but it's not gonna do anything. Nunu's here now! Everyone's low. They're just gonna walk away and nothing's gonna come out of that. And Fizz lives in top lane. Yorick just runs out of mana. Oh, Nunu's going in for a little bit of poke extra here. Ooh, Xin Zhao and Echo might be going for Dragon here. Yep, it looks like they are going to be taking Dragon. And they are going to be pretty much uncontested. Nunu's gonna go up. There is a control ward in there that they just didn't clear out. So they know There's no, there is absolute zero available for Nunu. He's going to go for it. Oh, this flat, oh, he hits the wall as well though. Echo's gonna get that W down. It's going to hit Nunu, but not in time. Xin Zhao's going to fall. Echo's all alone. He does have ult. He's gonna go for that Ornn. He gets the passive proc. He's gonna use his ult. He's gonna go for the Ornn. He gets the shutdown. That's big, but Zaya's here now. And Zaya's gonna pick up, ooh. He gets the passive proc. He gets the movement speed. He is out of there. Zaya is still following. Another engage on top. Very favorable. Echo does make it out. Very good counter. Very good engage from Echo there. Yeah. Zaya also, in that time, both Draven and Vel'Koz were missing, so they did not know if they were in that jungle there, if Echo was running towards him. He wasn't, so it would have been completely safe. Zaya would have got that kill if she flashed, but she didn't know. So I would say that's a good safe play. You don't need to flash for that kill, although that would have been a shutdown for Zaya, which would have been a decent amount of extra gold. I would also like to mention that Draven, although he's down, he's been killed 4 times, he is even in CS. Although I would like to say that also this Ornn has Spectral Sickle, and he already has a Jock Show, which makes sense since he has 4 kills in that bot lane. But I would like to mention this Vel'Koz is 34 CS when he has Spell Thieves. That's a very good, oh my, that was so good from Echo. He used that E to proc that spell shield right before that stun hit. That was very good. Oh, yeah, and now red team's just gonna go right onto that Rift Herald. That's gonna be completely uncontested. Fizz can't do anything about that. Nunu's backing, that's gonna be free. Yes, if they give it, yeah, because they can give it to that Xin Zhao for an, oh, he is dead. Yeah, that Ornn is so strong. He just gets that CC on Draven. Draven can't live. Draven does already have Eclipse, but you're into an Ornn with Jock Show. He has so much resistances that Eclipse is doing nothing to him. This is going to be mid turret taken. That's completely gone. Oh, and that Dispel Shield is procced from, oh, but Nunu coming in. That stun, the stun hits, the ult from, he's going to get stuck. Oh, but he flashes out. Nunu might still be dead here, though. The Fizz coming in the back, the knockup almost kills. He gets the Xin Zhao. Yorick is taking turret, taking a lot of damage. Zaya coming in from the back. He's going to pick up the, Ornn's going to pick up another kill. That is a 6-kill support, or that ult is W's directly on. He gets it, but no, he makes it out. He makes it out. He doesn't even need the ult. Yes, yeah, Echo needs to be. He's gonna. Oh, he just misses that stun. Oh, he gets the passive proc. Yeah, Echo does have 10 stacks on that Darksteel, so he is playing very risky here. He's going to go for it. He's going to miss, and he's going to die to turret. And the Zaya is going to get that huge shutdown. Oh, that is a fairly big misplay from Echo. He got a big greedy there. He thought he could get that Zaya kill. He almost did, but he used his E to hit the turret. He hit the turret, not the Zaya. That E alone probably would have killed Zaya, but he hit the turret. He also was just going in without any ult. That was just so greedy. He could have got the kill, but also he's Red Team's best source of coming back into this game. Red Team needs to protect him and get him good engages and get him kills. So he's risking a lot by going in there, and it just did not pay off. Zaya does have Gale Force now. Zaya almost has ult back up. This Ornn though, this Ornn support is terrifying. This Ornn very much might. Nobody on this enemy team can easily kill Ornn. This Ornn has a Jock Show and 6 kills. Yes, but there is no one around, but they don't know that. There's no wards in that enemy jump. There is, I would like to mention that, oh, that's going to be a big Ornn horn. They're going to run wherever they can, but it's not going to matter. Zaya's going to get the double kill with the pullback. Very good ult placement from both bot laners there. There is nothing that red side bot lane could do. That was perfectly executed. Great gank. Excellent ult placement. They just had bot lane running. They knew they couldn't do anything there. This Xayah is capitalizing. She is getting so many kills. She's pulling so far ahead. Yep, that Fizz is just dead from those jumps. This Fizz cannot contest this. Yorick. They need a Ooh, that's gonna be a Malzahar ult, but that's an immediate knockup. He had the knockup ready. He's gonna ult for a little bit of damage, but oh, it's gonna be in vain because he's not gonna pull out that kill there. Yorick's just tearing apart this side lane there. Honestly, this Yorick might be red side's key in because nobody's targeting him. He's gonna get this. He's gonna get this tower. The question is, does he go for inhibitor? Because I'd say this is a very bad inhibitor to go for. Because if he takes inhibitor, he's gonna go for it. This is a big mistake, I think, because because Ornn or Xayah can just farm the side lane. They're gonna stop him, which yeah, that's a big mistake. He still gets Fizz 1-for-1 there. Honestly, that's for his benefit that he doesn't get that inhibitor though. Because while to most people it might seem really good to get that inhibitor's so early that all they have to do is swap around lanes. Xayah goes to that top lane. She gets free extra XP. She'll get so much XP. Or honestly, this Ornn so far ahead, he could probably actually farm those waves. And that's the biggest problem with this Ornn that I see. That's this Ornn's only weakness that I'm seeing. He's support. He's going to be leveling up slower than usual. If he was top and 6-1 and 4, he would probably already be getting item upgrades. But since he's support, he's only level 10. He can't get any item upgrades yet. That Q's gonna pull back through. He's gonna have movement speed. That's gonna be a kill onto Malzahar. Yeah. That's very well done. Getting that Q out before he gets ulted, knowing that full ult will allow his Q to pull back and get that passive proc. That was very good. Yes, so while the kills are very much in blue side's favor, red side is not out of this whatsoever. They have this Yorick with Hullbreaker and Divine Sunder. We have engage here. They stunned him. They stunned the Ornn. Xayah gets that ult down. He doesn't get the pull, but Ornn's just gonna 1v1 the Echo under turret. Yeah, this Ornn is... Oh, that's a flash coming in. He gets the dash. He gets the kill, but he's going to get revenge killed by Ornn. I don't know if... This Ornn is so terrifying because I don't know if anyone on red side can kill him. Yorick's not going to fight, though. A single Q... I think a single Q would have killed that Fizz. Yeah. Yes, well, this game is going very hard in blue side, and red side needs to adjust, and the biggest thing is they need to get item adjustment for this Ornn. They need to get some sort of tank killing, because they have double Eclipse, which is not doing anything to Ornn. Yorick has that Divine Sunder, but Yorick also has that Hullbreaker, so he's going to want to be in a lane alone. He's not going to want to be directly against this Ornn, most likely. Yeah, Vel'Koz is the only one building for tank. He has that the Andres. Ooh, yeah, that's a very interesting Baron call because Fizz is so low. Echo sees him. Echo's going to go in. He gets that. Ooh, that's a very good. Oh, but here comes Zizao. That's a. Ooh, he does get the cross up. Echo has E, though, and that's a kill. That's a very good kill. Another Ornn looking to clear that wave, I think. That is a dangerous ult, though, in the middle of the lane. You aren't under turret. Ornn probably could have just engaged on that. But yeah, so I don't think that red team is out of this game. They have a very fed Echo who can kill almost... I would say Echo can kill every single person on the enemy team except for Ornn. This Nunu also, I would like to mention, both Nunu and Ornn now have Jaksho and Sunfire Cape. So that's very scary. But I would say that Echo probably can still kill this. He did walk right past that vision. He's just walking straight in. He's going to get collapsed on. This Yorick might be dead. He needs to stick to his side lane. He doesn't need to be in this jungle. Where's he going? That's a very early ult from Nunu. Oh, they see the Xayah, though. Oh, that's an ult. That's going to be a free pullback from Xayah. She's not going to use it yet, though. She might not have it available, but it's still a kill. Echo's coming in, though. That W's placed back, but it still gets a stun onto Malzahar. That's going to be a free kill for Echo onto that Malzahar, most likely. Yorick's taking a lot of damage here, but he is just taking that health back with Divine Thunder. Echo had to jump out. Echo comes back in. Oh, Echo's all alone, but he has that ult way back there. He gets out for free. That almost went very much in red team's favor, but blue side just picked it out perfectly. Xayah getting that good flash over the wall. She had that ult. She had the perfect setup for the pullback. She didn't get it, though. That's a flash from Vel'Koz. It might have been a little bit early, but, you know, it was still on the side of safety there. Okay, maybe I actually get the time to talk about this. All right, red team is well behind in kills, but they have this very fed Echo, and they have this Yorick. And red side is ahead in gold because they have all these turrets taken. So, while it may seem that blue side's favored, and blue side has this almost unkillable seeming Ornn here, but red side has this very scary Echo and this Yorick. All Yorick has to do, stick to those side lanes, farm those side lanes, push out waves, but pay attention, be safe, don't overget. That's a double knockup from the engage on Nunu, though. That's a huge ult, and that's both bot lanes dead. That's all 5 in the bot lane, though. Echo and Xin are here to protect the turret, but it's not going to be enough. Yorick should not be coming down to this turret. He has Hullbreaker. He should be pushing that mid lane or that top lane. They get the turret. They're going to be full. That's a huge ult from Echo, but he's just going to be dead. He placed himself right in the middle of the team. Yorick's coming in way too late. He gets his cage down, though, to find him, but he might be out. They're going to slowly be chasing after him, but I don't know if they can do much. He's still sticking in that river, though. He should have went up towards... They're chasing him down. I don't think they can kill him. It's just Nunu alone. Nunu can't kill him alone. Xayah's going to catch up, but he's there. Yeah. Yorick should not have come to help that fight. Yorick should have pushed out mid or bot. Although, at this point in the game, that now is about that time where that inhibitor becomes a bit better to take. It's still a little bit early, but taking that inhibitor does help you get that next dragon, which is scary because blue team is on soul points. So you want to keep them away from that next dragon. Oh, Draven is losing a bit of gold. He did sell that Eclipse to get Essence Reaver. So that is the better itemization, but it's a little bit late for that. So we'll see how much that helps out this Draven. This Draven is in such a bad spot, though, because he's so far behind. He's up in CS, but he's down in kills and gold. He can't do much into the Xayah because he's just so far behind in gold. And Draven thrives so much off of those early kills and getting an early lead. He doesn't do too well when he's put behind. This Xin Zhao's in a bad position. Nunu coming around with the gank, though. He misses the flash over the wall. That's going to be a dead Xin Zhao. Echo coming in for the engage, but he has to flash out right away. That was probably a panic option there. His first option that he thought it was to flash. His ult was still over the wall there, so he could have just ulted out, which is a much lower cooldown. Blue team is going to go straight for this dragon, though. It's most likely going to be free. Straight for the Baron, excuse me. It's most likely going to be free. Echo's just backed, and that Xin Zhao is dead. This is most likely going to be a free dragon. It's going to be a bit slow, though, because Xayah's just going to go for mid-turret instead. She's not going to go for this, but it's most likely still going to be completely free. Nobody has gold. Yorick is pushing bot real hard, though. They got to get back and stop that Yorick. He's going to get this next turret. They are backing, so they most likely will get to him before he gets to the base turret here. He's still going to walk forward. At this point on Yorick, I would have backed because you don't see those people on the enemy team. They're going to go for him. He's going to stop the Nunu in there, but he's still going to fight him. He's still going to get stunned, and he's going to get the fizzle. Yorick has almost no way out. He's just going to have to fight. He's going to try and walk away. The Ornn gets him with the knockup, though, and he's dead. There is no way out for that. Yes, Ornn is hit level 13. He's able to upgrade his own item. Soon he will be able to upgrade. I would most likely say he goes for Xayah's item here. He could possibly go for double upgraded Jock Show, though. Leandri's is a very good upgraded item, but Malzahar's not doing a ton here. All Malzahar is here for is his ult. Malzahar is not here for that. Oh my gosh, that ult did absolutely nothing. Nunu's just going to face take it, going to hit that huge ult. That's a big knockups. We see Zaya ult come out. There are so many feathers. She gets the pullback, but doesn't get the kill. Draven's gonna walk out. The heal from Draven. He's gonna make it out. He just barely survives. Very good engages. That ult is onto, yep, a little bit Draven. Yes, Draven does hit a cash, and I do not know how much gold that is. That fizzle might just kill. It does. He gets that arcade comet kill. See, this Fizz may not be the most terrifying assassin, but that you still have to respect that ult. That Fizz ult, no matter how much many items that Fizz has, that ult's gonna do so much. And now they just have double jock show. They can Fizz goes in, but yeah, honestly, these two can just take turrets by their own. They're so tanky. They can probably just walk under a turret with no minions. Yep, okay, they're going for double upgrade Jack Show. They just have the gold being so tanky nobody can kill them. And I think they're kind of at that. Echo can usually deal with tanks. He does have very high max health damage, but they're just too tanky at this point. They're so far ahead. Yeah, he's just going to die before he can get those multi... He's going to use ult, but his maiden's not going to follow him over. He's going for that Zaya. Zaya does not have Gale Force or Flash. If he hits an E, but Zaya uses Gale Force to get out. I didn't mean Gale Force. I meant Zaya had no ult or Flash. Sorry, yeah, she still had Gale Force, which she used to get away. If Yorick had managed to hit an E on that Zaya right before she Gale Force, he easily could have caught up and might have gotten that kill. Okay, good. I thought that since I was gonna go after Nunu for a second, but no, that's good. You just want that dragon because you do not want blue side getting a Chemtech soul. Because that is going to make, if you do manage to get Nunu or Ornn close to death, they are just going to kill you. This Xin Zhao's likely, he gets rooted by that Ornn. There's nothing you can do. This Ornn has 9 kills. He is 9, 1, and 10. Ornn, yes, that is a big... I don't think Yorick can damage them. Oh, there's a bit coming through, but it's not going to be enough. There's just so much damage coming out from these two tanks. There's nothing that you can do. He's staying alive for so long. He did get that Nunu so low, but it just isn't enough.
It's at this point that red side or blue side could easily just walk down and win the game. They really are just stalling.
Yeah, blue side, yeah. They keep Nunu and Ornn together. The thing is, blue side has so much engage. They have so much engage. Almost every single champ on blue side has some form of engage. You have Malzahar ult, which generally isn't the best because you're a bit closer, but still, that can take out that Echo. That Echo is the main priority that you are most likely always going to use that Malzahar ult on, unless there is somebody diving onto your backline that you need to stop, which they don't have anybody diving except for Xin Zhao and Echo, which is pretty much always where that Malzahar is going to go. But then you also have Fizzle. That's long-range engage. That's also blocks off, that also is very good zoning, even if it doesn't hit anybody, because it still is active if it doesn't latch onto anybody. Then you also have Nunu with those huge snowballs coming in. Oh, that slight turnaround from Draven. That might have been a misclick, but I think he was dead anyway. But yeah, you have that Nunu snowball. Fizz is going to fight Echo. Echo has ult though, so he does not die here. You get so much HP back. This Fizz might be dead. Echo gets the kill. Okay. This Echo is doing what he needs to, but he needs to get mid ASAP. Both Yorick and, even though Yorick wants to side lane, he cannot right now. He needs to get mid and stop this. Ornn did go for the Malzahar upgrade. Which, I mean, it does make sense. It is a good item, but at this point, Malzahar is only around for those ults. That's all that Malzahar is doing. At this point, I would have given it to Zaya because she's doing some of the most, she's doing the most damage on your team. The most consistent damage for sure. Yes, blue side can most likely go for Baron right here. At this point, if you aren't going to contest this Baron as red side, which I don't know if you can, the best chance you have is Echo hitting a major W into that pit, which obviously goes both ways. I mean the W ability, not just getting a win. But, ooh, that's a very good ult from Draven, picking up that kill. They're going to go in. Echo's focusing the wrong target. You don't focus the Ornn. He does a lot of damage, but he's way too tanky. Echo ulted back in, but he ulted right back into the Nunu ult. He just missed time. That he is going to get that kill, but Yorick can't get onto that Zaya. you have Vel'Koz and Draven on the side here, but it's 3v3 and you still have that Ord. And that's going to be... Okay, that's not Ornn crafting. He does not have 16 yet, so you cannot upgrade another item. That's some damage, but you already have the wave clear. That ult's not being put to good use. Okay, but what I would like to see here. So your best chance of countering this Baron here is having Echo try and land a big W into the pit along with Xin Zhao dashing in. Right? So that's your best chance. Those are your only two who are going to be able to do anything. You don't need anybody there except for maybe Draven layering and Draven and Vel'Koz layering ults onto it. That's your other best chance of steal. So what you should do here is when you think that blue side's going for that Baron, if you can afford, if there's not minions coming into the base, if you can afford, you can send those 4 there, and then you have Yorick go into that bot lane and push as hard as possible. Get onto the opposite side of that map and push that as hard as you can. That is your win condition there. You need to catch them with that split pushing. And they are going to be going for the engage here. Echo is going to see it, and it is going to dissuade Nunu. So, and Yorick is in this bot lane, but we have 2 people coming bot lane. But I think Yorick can just fight this. Yorick can fight Fizz and Malzahar. Malzahar can ult him, but it's probably not going to do as much. Because, look, Yorick has a Spirit Visage. They are not doing damage to him. Ornn's here, but that is the ult coming out. That's going to be SZ, but Xin Zhao's here now. Oh, they stay together. He gets the double ult, but that's a good cage. They dissuade him. Oh, the minions! The ghouls pick up the kill. Oh, Echo sees Xayah! Echo sees Xayah! That's an ult right now already. Okay, good. That's a good ult to get out. He recognizes the danger of that ult, getting that root on him, which would be certainly a death sentence. They are going to start that dragon. Nunu is there, though. I mean, if you're red side, you need to wait. You most likely need to wait for blue side to start the... And now the dragon's dead. That's going to be soul. That's going to be soul for blue side. Yorick's here. Yorick needs to TP bot. Or top. Yorick needs to TP bot. No, he's TPing to the fight. Yorick's TPing way too late. Yorick's... They have super minions on the base, on blue side base. Yorick needed to TP to those minions and end the game. He had a good chance of it. That was his best chance, but there's also blue side super minions at red base. Yorick's just going to need to run. He can kill Fizz, or he might even be able to kill Nunu, but it's going to be real hard. He needs to get out. He needs to go. He needs to fight. He needs to fight. He's not getting out. He's still going to just try and run. See, even if you had the chance of, you might have the chance of getting out if you land those E's and W's perfectly. But with Yorick, if you fight, you have that Spirit's Visage and that Maiden and that Divine Sunder healing you. You have a very good chance of getting at least 1 kill out of that. Yes, Yorick should not be near his team at all. He has Hullbreaker. He is not team fighting. He should not be anywhere near his team. Xin Zhao is taking so much damage. He's getting those big heals, though. Yes. Echo does still have ult as well, and Draven's going to come in. That's going to layer some nice damage. Draven still does not have 2 items, though. Can they do enough damage? The blue side does not know they are doing this. This is very dangerous. Echo's not going to go for ult. They do get the Baron. Don't run in. No, Draven's going to lose it. Ornn's going to 1v1 him. Ornn's just going to kill him. They don't know where Xin Zhao is exactly. Well, now they have vision. Now they know. He's going to flash. He's going to try and win. But Fizz has so much engagement. They just walk past. Why Vel'Koz's just sitting in a bush? You aren't doing anything there. Yeah, they just lost so much. They had 3 deaths off of that. Yorick was not alive for the Baron either, so Yorick does not have Baron buff. That was probably the most important team member to get Baron buff on was that Yorick for that split pushing. Echo is in danger here. He's not going to use the ult, which is probably good because he's putting himself right in front of Ornn. Yorick's just gonna run down Zaya, though.
He's gonna get Malzahar.
Yorick can fight anyone on this team one-on-one. Yorick can, I guarantee Yorick can even fight this Nunu and Ornn. Maybe not together. Ornn is also level 17. Is that upgraded? I cannot tell right now if Zaya's item is upgraded. Zaya's is not upgraded, but it should be available, right? Yeah, because it's at level 17, all of them are available. That was a flash from Ornn? That was, I understand the flash to prevent any CC, but Breadside was so far away. But he was going for the base. Yorick has got one of the turrets. That's just the maiden killing the entire base. Although, I will say, that was a good maiden send. Oh, inhibitor's back up! If Yorick had followed the maiden down there, he probably could have got both turrets. Yeah, Yorick should not be near his team at all right now. Yorick and Echo should be flipped in positions. Echo should be up here with the team. Yorick should be pushing bot lane. Because Yorick's going to die here. The best thing that I would say, the best chance that Red Side has, they need to get a ward somewhere up in top side in the blue team's base. Then when Yorick respawns, he needs to TP to that ward and push as hard as possible. Yorick needs to get in a side lane. He cannot be with his team.
That Black Cleaver is going to be really good for dealing with.
Yes, that Black Cleaver is big. Yorick is full build now. He might be able to actually kill. Yeah. Echo has lost all of his Magi stacks. He should be looking to sell that soon. He does have both Void Staff and Shadow Flame for that Magic Pen. He's in a bit of danger here. Oh, Vel'Koz ran into it, but he didn't block it from Echo. He just made so they both take it and they're both going to die. Echo might be out here, though. Yes, he does ulting at the blast cone. Xin Zhao's just pushing lane.
Yorick is up.
Yorick's back up, but he has nowhere to TP to. Oh, he's going to TP top. That is his best matchup. But they do know he's there. Xin Zhao is going to kill this Malzahar. Nunu's going to go, but I don't think even Nunu and Zaya together can kill him.
They might pick up Fizz here. Nope, he runs back.
Draven did have ult, so a little bit more damage than they probably could have. Oh, he used ult.
Snowball coming from behind the Yorick. This could be a really good fight. I think Yorick wins this.
Even with this fully set. That did no damage. He's going to get the slow.
The Black Cleaver clock is up.
He gets it from him. He stops the snowball. Oh my gosh, that was half of Zaya's HP from a single Q. Fizz, Fizz just one-shots. Yeah, that Fizz is full AP. That is very scary. Yeah, this Yorick uses TP though. He can't TP in for a back door. Yeah. Xin Zhao is dead now, and this is Elder Drake. That is Yorick's biggest weakness, is having an Elder Drake on the enemy team. And yes, all of blue side is going to be moving towards that. And Yorick has no TP. He can't counter. He can't split push to try and force pressure. Yorick's going to be heading towards the Elder Drake as well, so he's going to be going for team fights. Fizz dodging that Echo W. Echo has used his W already, so that won't be up for a little bit. Draven's frontlining. He should be all the way in the back. That's going to be a huge Ornn Horn. A big Echo ult, though. That's going to get the counter, but Echo's taking so much damage. Yorick's in here trying to fight, but he just can't out-damage 4 people. And Ornn's just going to be running down. Oh, and they get the Elder. This has gotten much harder for Red Side. They need to outlast this Elder Dragon now, and Baron's up soon. Yorick's TP is only halfway off of cooldown. He has so much longer left to go. He needs to get in that side lane and split push. They need to focus. In that last team fight, Echo did quite good. He got in, he assassinated Fizz. He saw that. He didn't get the W, but he hit a very good ult and got big damage out. But the rest of the team was out of position. Draven was in the front line, which, to be fair, that's the big problem. Red side has no front line. Their only tank is Yorick, who shouldn't be team fighting. Yorick needs to be in a side lane. So red team has no front line, but that's still... Draven needs to be sitting in the back. They're going to go. Xin Zhao might die. Oh, no. Okay. I forgot this. Nunu has 0 AP. Actually, he does have a demonic embrace. That's still death. Echo going to flash out here. Ornhorn's going to come in. That's... Oh, he's going to go for the Echo. Echo's probably going to get out, though. Draven's going to flash. He's taking that burn from Elder Dragon. Orn can just run under tower. Yeah, Orn doesn't have to worry about tower. All he needs is... There he goes. Yep. Oh, that's a interesting flash. Yorick did make his way to top lane, though, and he is going to push this as hard as he can. He needs to get this inhibitor. He needs this inhibitor. Nobody else is there. Only Nunu's there. There's 2 backs coming out, though. So it might have been for the best. Nunu's very fast here. Very speedy. He does see him. Oh, Zaya's what Yorick's scared of here. That's going to be a kill onto Yorick. Yorick will have TP when he responds, but that is a minute out. Yeah. Blue's best option here is just to siege mid. Or, honestly, you can go for a Baron here. Xin Zhao is up, but you aren't in risk of a split pushing danger because Yorick's dead. Yep, that's going to be looking for a Baron startup here. Xin Zhao is going to make his way there. He is going to see it, but he has both Smite and Nunu consume to outplay. That's so hard. He's going for it. He's in there. He gets the Baron! That's a Red Team Baron steal! Once again, Yorick was not up for it. He's going to die for that, but that is a big Baron steal. That does slow that down so much. And Draven's going to... Oh, he's so close. He gets hit by that full Fizzle that almost one-shots him. I would like to mention, Draven has just recently got a second item, and it's Blade of the Ruined King. And it looks like he might be going... He's either going... I would assume it's either Bloodthirster or Kraken Slayer here. Orn's going to TP to stop Yorick. Yorick's not even in the base yet. Yorick just kills him. Yorick kills him. There's no Elder Drake anymore. Yorick slows him down. That's going to be an early gargoyle. He gets the order, but he's trapped. He's trapped. This is a huge shutdown. Oh, Yorick, no. If Yorick kept on him, that's a huge shutdown. They see Zaya and Fizz. They saw them recently. They know that they aren't there. Well, the only threat there is Nunu and Orn, which I don't think can kill Yorick. Yorick can just outfight him. Yorick does so much. Fizz is here, though, but I don't know how... Okay, Fizz is doing a little bit more damage, but Yorick does more. The Maiden is still there. What Fizz should be doing here is focusing that Maiden. That's going to be the Malzahar, although that's probably going to seal the fate. He's still alive. Oh, okay, that's going to seal the fate. The best option there, what a lot of people don't do, is the source of a lot of Yorick's sustain is that Maiden and a lot of that damage. Because the Maiden gives him bonus damage if they're targeting the same person and gives him healing. Draven's just very out of position there. Good look on Nunu. Yeah. Blue side, they eventually got enough people there. I think that if Yorick had just stuck to Ornn, he could have got that kill, and that is a huge 700 gold shutdown. Yes, Xin Zhao could, but he's just not going to be able to get... Oh, and now Nunu's here, and Zaya's here. Nunu's going to get that root because that ult's not going to stop it. However, that is 5 topside, but there's no one there to do anything on the other side of the map. Blue side just knows that they can put everybody there because there's nobody to threaten anything anywhere else. Red side is trying so hard. BHS is trying so hard to make these plays, but they're just constantly being countered somewhere on blue side. They need, because the problem is anytime that Yorick is pushing, nobody else on red side is pushing. So there's nobody else to draw pressure, so blue team can just, Legacy can just put everybody onto Yorick. They don't have to worry about anybody on red. And that's a dead Echo. Oh, and Echo's ult was 1 second off cooldown. It just got off cooldown right after he died. Yorick is split pushing, but it's too late at this point. Blue team is just going to siege this down. We had a very good Baron steal from red team there, but it would have been, that Baron steal would have been incredible if Yorick was alive. Both Barons that red team got, Yorick was not alive for, who was the most important person to get that Baron onto. Because if Yorick with Baron buff, he's going to push so fast. Your base is going to be obliterated. So red team was doing very good. That Yorick was doing all he could to get back in that game. He was split pushing as hard as possible, but the problem is there was nobody else on red team putting any pressure on the map, so they could just send everybody to Yorick and nobody could do anything. They could just send them all there with no pressure. So yeah, very good by blue side, just knowing that they had no risk of 4-manning the Yorick and getting on it. Very good job of getting ahead there. That Ornn just absolutely demolished that matchup. No question about it. Very good job by Legacy capitalizing on their...
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion, learn marketable skills, and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I've met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. See, I would say if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion, learn marketable skills, and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I've met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like you know, if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it. And then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. So I would say if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot because you might end up liking it. And scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you
Getting it to the draft immediately, we have a Viego. Viego can be a very oppressive pick. That's definitely a pretty good band to get out there. We saw the Viego actually did a lot for Legacy, so that's an interesting band to see on Legacy's side. Same thing with the see the Zac as well. Zac can be very scary both in the jungle and as a support. He can do a lot. Victor is also, these are all very good bands. We saw the Katarina do incredible in that game 1. That Katarina just absolutely
Click on that thing.
where
Yep.
Gonna see Malphite Yorick again, or Malphite Warwick, sorry. Malphite we saw do a lot before into that Nico previously. We have a Yone as well on blue side here. Yone can be a good flex pick. That can go mid or top. Same thing with Aurelia if that gets picked here. Those are both can be flexed between top and mid. You don't know exactly which one's going where. We also have a Volibear here. That's most likely going jungle, especially seeing both a Aurelia and a Yone here. We are most likely going to be seeing that jungle. Azir mid. That can lead to pretty exciting things here. Malphite plus Azir can be a devastating combo. If Malphite hits a big ult, that's almost a free Shurima shuffle for Azir. Maokai is a very oppressive jungler and can be a very good support and even top laner right now. So that's definitely a respectable band to just cover a bunch of bases at once. Let's see what blue side goes for here.
Let me get in there.
That's going to be Tristana, another a very aggressive ADC, one of the most aggressive that you can have probably. While blue side is lacking a bit in AP, at the same time, both Volibear and Yone do deal some AP damage, so they do have a little bit there, but you are going to be looking for an AP champ here. We do have the Varus ban coming out. Varus is very strong right now. He can build both poke on hit, and he's very good at dealing damage from long range, and even if you get up close, he can still do a lot of damage, and he has that devastating ult if he lands it. Swain is also very strong, very tanky, deals so much damage. A good champ to get rid of for sure, especially since you have a lot of melee champions already who are going to want to be close, which Swain wants to keep you close. We do have Xayah here, going to want to stay safe. She has that ult to avoid Aurelia and Yone, and even Volibear as well, to try and stay away from them. So this is a very good pick here. For Xayah, you can go for a lot of things, but I would say Engage is probably what Xayah is looking for in a support. We are going to have the Draven into Xayah again. Draven can do very well into Xayah if he gets a lead because he can bully her hard. And Xayah does not have a very good early where Draven does. So what Draven's going to want to do here is be very aggressive early. Because what we saw in the last game was that Ornn stopped the Draven from doing anything. But now we have a Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank Draven is deadly. But a counter from Amumu is very good because Blitzcrank does not want to pull Amumu in because that's just free stuns for Amumu. And post 6, that's just a free ult for Amumu if Blitzcrank pulls him in. So we're seeing double aggressive supports from the bot lane here. But Amumu's not scared of landing a Q on Blitzcrank, where Blitzcrank does not want to hit a Q on Amumu. Early game, pre-6, Blitzcrank, if he hits that Q on Xayah, she is most likely dead. With Blitzcrank Draven, that is so much damage coming out. There's not much that Xayah can do about that. But post 6, Xayah has that ult to dodge the Blitzcrank hook or to just get out once she gets hooked, and a Mumu is always there. If a Mumu gets caught by that hook, that is less than ideal. Right away, you might have some kill potential, but then once he gets a bit of tanky, he's just going to turn around and stun you right back. Once he gets level 6, that is going to be very scary. If you hook in a Mumu and Draven is standing next to Blitzcrank, that's just a free ult for a Mumu, and that's going to be a double ult, followed up by Xayah ult and pull back for another root, and then a Mumu still has 2 Qs. So, Red side has a lot of team fighting potential here. Red side has big pick potential with this Draven, Blitzcrank, Yone, a lot of assassinating, but their team fighting isn't bad either. Draven is decent at team fighting. Blitzcrank can hit those crucial hooks to pull somebody out of a team fight. Aurelia is so good at team fighting. Volibear's very tanky, gets in the middle of a team, gets so much healing, tankiness, shielding. Yone is Yone, you know, he's going to dash in, he's going to ult everyone that he can, he's going to Q everyone that he can, he's going to heal up, he's going to shield. And then he's going to snap back with that E to just get right out of danger. But then on red side here, we have a Mumu can dash in, ult, Malphite follow-up, Xayah follow-up, Azir follow-up. You know, they have so much follow-up for any CC that they land. This is a very scary combination of champions if you get caught out. Draven probably has the most potential to snowball here, but Draven is also very feast or famine. If this Draven gets behind, he can fall very behind, as we saw in that last game, and he cannot contribute much. But if he gets ahead, he gets those cash-ins, he gets early items, Draven is so scary. He can just run up and kill you with only like 4 or 5 auto attacks, and not many people are going to be able to do much. Now this Malphite into Yone, Malphite's just going to have to sit back and play safe. He is going to be able to build that armor that he wants because Yone does mostly deal AD, but Yone does have the blessing of being a mixed attacker. Every other auto does magic damage, and most of his abilities have mixed scalings and deal mixed damage, especially his ult as well. So Malphite, while he is probably still going to be able to build mostly AD because you have Draven, Aurelia, Volibear, Yone, it's mostly AD. The only AP that you have on blue side is mostly that Blitzcrank unless Volibear decides to go full AP. Because Volibear does have some built-in AP, but it's not much because you're genuinely going tanky, bruiser, mostly building AD items. Aurelia, I mean, technically she has a little magic damage, but like that's not doing much. Yone, as mentioned, has that mixed damage. So armor is going to be very important on red side. A Mumu, Malphite, Warwick, all going to capitalize hard on that. Azir going to get that stopwatch. And then hopefully you get Xayah and Azir farmed up. You get that late game scaling, and they can just come in and wipe out the enemy team. So it's mostly going to be a red team looking for team fights, looking to stay safe early. They have that hard scaling. But blue team at the same time doesn't need to be super aggressive early. They still have some decent scaling. That Draven and Blitzcrank are going to be very aggressive in bot lane. But besides that, they can afford to sit back a bit. Alright, we have both teams spawning in here. Both teams actually have decent early game invade potential. You have that Blitzcrank, that super deadly hook into... you could also have that into a Volibear Q, but Volibear is most likely not going to start with that Q. Amumu has those double stuns with his bandages, which is so scary. Warwick can always be scary early. I would say that blue side is a little bit stronger early here because of that Blitzcrank Draven. But it looks like neither side is going to push into the enemy jungle. They're both just going to cover their options. I would like to see Azir move into topside jungle here to watch for an invade, but he's just going to sit in that mid lane. We have one ward out, and that is into the pixel brush in the river there by blue side. Red side has not committed any wards yet. Especially with Azir sitting in mid lane here, I would have liked to see Warwick go and place a ward on his red buff to watch out for that potential invade, because the combo of those three champs, Volibear, Blitzcrank, and Draven, are pretty scary for an early invade. But both teams are just going to take their respective bottom side buffs, and then we'll go on with the lane. In mid lane, Azir's going to want to poke this Aurelia as much as possible. Aurelia does not have TP. In fact, red side has no... blue side has no TP. Azir's actually going to get decent trade back in. Aurelia got that quick 5 stacks, so she got some decent damage, but Azir fighting back, yep, getting that poke in, that's what we wanted to see. But Yone and Aurelia both have Ignite, and both Malphite and Azir have TP, which is very important to know. Ooh, placing both of them there. This could be an early kill. That's gonna be a flash out of Azir, and both Ignite and flash out of Aurelia. No kill there, and Azir does have TP, but that is a very good look for Aurelia. As soon as she gets to immediately engaging in there. Azir just standing so close there, and Aurelia put those stuns super close together. Not much room to catch the stun, but she still got it, and it worked out, forcing that TP out. Oh, but we do have a gank from Warwick. He's already level 3. He gets the fear out. That's going to be a kill on Aurelia and first blood over to Warwick. That is very good for red side, getting that assist onto Azir, giving him some free time to CS, especially since Aurelia has no TP, so he's going to be able to get back into this a little bit.
That was a very good watch from Warwick. He knew when to come up. He knew Aurelia was pushed in and allowed Azir to come in with that teleport. Very helpful in mid lane.
Yeah, Azir TPing in and noticing that Aurelia was not backing off at all, wanting to still play aggressive. Warwick just finished his, he just got level 3 and just walked right up for that gank. And they just killed it for her full health. He dashed through, avoiding that stun and hitting that fear. Was very good here. We just have a bit, oh, that hook's going to hit from Blitzcrank. Amumu's going to retaliate with the hook, but we have an Ignite onto Xayah and a flash out from Xayah. That flash was definitely a safety flash. It looked like she was good. It looked like she most likely was not going to die, but she just flashed just in case. Warwick moving in on the top lane here. Gonna force a flash out of Yone. Very good. Doesn't have to commit anything. Easily out there. The only summoner spells committed for bot lane here are Ignite from the Blitzcrank and a Flash from the Xayah, which is worth it for Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank imposing here on this Amumu. Probably not going to want to pull him in. Amumu's just going to come up, collect what CS. Ooh, Warwick might be stuck here. He does have Flash. He is going to use it to get over that wall. He does pull the Ignite from the Yone as well, which that could be important for Malphite. That does give Malphite quite a bit of safety here. Malphite is running Arcane Comment. He's just going to go for a bit of poke, just try and farm up as much as he can. He's going to be down early on CS. Interesting, we do see Yone taking the Doran's shield. He probably could have afforded to go Doran's Blade here into the Malphite. Malphite's only going to be poking with Q every once in a while, but, you know, you can also afford to go Doran's shield because Malphite's not putting any pressure on you. You're just making sure that you stay healthier and you can do more there. We also have a Grasp of the Undying in the jungle on Volibear. Not unheard of, but I personally don't see as the best option here. I think Aftershock's actually better, or Phase Rush is also pretty good, and Predator. Predator's really good because your Q does give you movement speed, but it's not that much. We do have a gank coming in here. We have the good Shurima Shuffle getting him behind that there. He does not get caught by the Aurelia stun, and he makes it out safely. No flash, nothing exhausted there. Very good way to gather. Warwick is waiting to engage on this. Oh, but we have the bot lane engaged. The hook hits. Xayah's going to try and walk back through to get back to the turret, but I don't think she's going to make it. Draven's catching those X's. He's getting those autos down, and he's going to get that kill. Amumu is now in danger, but Blitzcrank has no hook. That summon spell is already... That cooldown has already been used. Warwick is looking at this bot lane, though. That is a very low Blitzcrank. Amumu flashed in, but he was not able to get in range. Those minions were blocking him. Volibear is there to cancel. Draven gets another kill. Aurelia is level 6. She's going to go in on this Azir, but she is not going to kill with that Ignite. Azir did not have 6 yet, but did not need to use it. Did not use any summoner spells. Just got out. He is going to stay in this mid lane, which is pretty scary considering that this Aurelia has flash and ult, but she did just take a tower shot, which does bring her down a bit, but Azir still does not have 6. Aurelia is going to back off, though. We do have an early lead for blue side, up about 2,000 gold, a little under 2,000 gold. This Draven is scary. He has 2 kills. He already has Sheen and Caulfield's Hammer. He is going for that Monomoon, or for that Essence Reaver, which, as discussed in the last game, is probably his best build. Gives him so much damage going Essence Reaver into Infinity Edge after those recent changes to allow Infinity Edge to be built second. So we're probably going to see him be going there. If this game goes on as it currently is, this Draven is going to be very scary. Warwick probably needs to be looking at coordinating with Amumu to get a gank in on that Draven to shut him down. Draven is walking up into the jungle. He's going to go for that Scuttle Crab. Warwick's just going to sit there. He can't do anything because bot lane's not there. And it's just the enemy bot lane in the river, and he can't contest Draven and Blitzcrank. And Volibear's there. They're going to be going for Dragon. Warwick was going through. I thought he was about to smite it, and Dragon is up. But he's not going to. That's going to most likely be a Dragon going to blue side. Warwick is looking at it, but I think, yes, it is his best interest to back off, just keep farming. That's only first Dragon. You can give that up. Aurelia is pulling out to a lead. She does have a decent CS lead here, and every lane on blue side does have a decent CS lead, but it's not huge. Warwick's only down 6. Malphite's down a decent amount, but you do expect that when you're playing Malphite. You are not going to be able to put out any pressure early. You do not have any damage early game on Malphite. You are playing for that late game. You are playing for those late level 6, for those big engages with that ult. And you are playing to just scale and become really tanky. That Q is going to hit. There's going to be a little bit of damage down. Malphite actually returning with some good damage, about evening up that trade there. Yone's flash is almost up. Volibear's flash is about a third of the way up. Xayah has flash again. Amumu does not have flash, though. And Draven does have ult. Ooh, Azir going to get caught by that. Ooh, I was wondering if he was going to look for that ult into, but we have a Blitzcrank hook. Ooh, that's a lot of damage onto Blitzcrank. Amumu hits a minion. He doesn't hit Draven. Draven's just pumping out some heavy damage on Amumu there. And blue side's going to be looking for Rift Herald. Both top and mid are catching those waves, and they cannot easily move up to that Rift Herald. So this is a decent look for blue side here. They have both top and jungle on it. Warwick's just going to go for... Oh, but he messes up the shuffle! He messes it up. He throws it the wrong direction. He doesn't even get in front. Ooh, if he hit that, that might have been a good gank, but Aurelia just noticing, she backs off. She had a ward on... She had a ward just barely into Warwick's jungle, so she knew he was coming, so she started backing off early, which was good good on her. If she had stayed up, she was most likely dead there. Now Volibear going to come in, but that control ward is going to spot him. The Azir is just going to back off. He does not have ult, though, but he probably does have shuffle. That is immediately going to be Rift Herald used mid. They want to do as much damage to this mid turret as possible, try and get Aurelia able to move out of this mid lane as soon as she can, get her roaming around the map, doing some damage, get some extra gold into her pocket as well. Because Aurelia is also, when she snowballs, she is very scary. Both mid laners do not have much mana right now. Azir does have a bit of poke. He's going to try and lay down a bit. Aurelia's just going to back off, look for a back here. She might be close to Blade the Ruined King here. She probably has most of the components. It likely will be pretty close, but it probably won't be completely filled. Yep, that's just going to be a Vamp Scepter and a Pickaxe here. Not completed, but it is pretty close. Oh, she might be staying for the goal. Nope, she is just going to go back to lane here. Both bot laners are now have crossed that level 6 threshold. There are all of the ults, which is a very good for Xayah. That gives her so much more survivability in this lane. That also makes it so much scarier to hook in a Mumu, because now he has that instant turnaround ult available if you bring him in. Xayah's going to walk right into this Blitzcrank though. Draven's quite a ways away though. There's just going to be ult on, but that ult from Blitzcrank does so much damage. Draven's going to do a preemptive flash to get out of the way. But Warwick's coming in here. He's going to deal some damage. But Draven's just pumping out so much damage. He's probably going to get double. Oh, the flash from move is going to keep him safe. Warwick's just pulling him down. Warwick might get the shutdown here. The Hulk misses. Aurelia's coming in, though. She came down. They're going to turn that back on Warwick. And Draven lives with almost no HP. Warwick looking for that kill on to Draven. Oh, Azir's here. Is he going to go over that? Nope, he's not going to move over that wall. He was too afraid of a Blitzcrank hooking him over the wall. He could not see him. Draven at that flash R. That was a very good turn for blue side. It almost went in. It wasn't necessarily in red side's favor, but they almost turned it well with Warwick getting that shutdown onto Draven. Draven also did not get that kill onto Amumu, but he still did get the shutdown on the kill. Actually, I don't know if he got that kill onto Xayah. No, he did not. He only got assist, so he did not cash in at all yet. But he did not die, so he saved that cash. Oh, the flash, but there's no capitalizing on it. There's no abilities to follow up on that flash. So that Aurelia just walks out of there. Aurelia did expend flash there, but she got away with her life, and she got an enemy flash. So that was most likely worth it for Aurelia there. They do have 4 people bot side here, but they're most likely just looking for that Drake. I don't think they're looking for any sort of a bot lane gank. This Draven is so scary. He already has Essence Reaver, and he has tier 2 boots. Xayah only has a Noon Quiver and a Pickaxe. This Draven is so scary on Legacy's side. But on red side, you do have these options to get onto him. You have the Amumu shutdown. You have the Warwick ult, and most importantly, you have that Malphite ult that gives him instant backline access. If you can land that onto... Oh, we have a missed hook here. Oh, Yone ult coming in. It's going to hit one, but he's just going to dash... Azir's just going to dash to safety, but Warwick's going to die, and Aurelia's going to pick up the kill with the dash under turret. They're just looking to possibly take top mid turret here.
It also looks like Bullybear is one under to take Dragon.
There's no risk of Dragon here. The jungler's dead, mid laner's dead. This is a free Dragon. Nothing that red side can do to contest it. Malphite is getting some turret gold on the top side here. He's just farming this up, doing what he needs to, because yeah, his goal is to be able to shut down that Draven. That is his main goal here. That Malphite needs to get to the point where he can just ult onto Draven and then get follow-up from the rest of his team to kill him. So we do have red side falling behind quite a bit here. That is a 6,000 gold deficit. However, there are objective bounties coming up soon, which, if they can be claimed by red team, will get them back into this game quite quickly. There are also two character bounties here. We have Aurelia with a 3,000 gold bounty and Draven with a 300 gold bounty, and Draven with a 200 gold bounty. Both of those shutdowns will mean a lot into the pocket of whoever gets them. Amumu going to hit that hook and go straight into an ult. That's going to be a kill for Xayah. And we have Warwick coming in here, but Draven's just going to get away with that Blood Rush movement speed. He's not much in danger. But a good look from Amumu, seeing that stun and immediately ulting, knowing that if they can at least get that Blitzcrank out, that does make that Draven a lot less scary for a little bit of time. Does allow Xayah to be to farm a lot safer. And it does make that Draven a little bit more vulnerable. That first turret is taken. We might see Azir use his passive here, put up a turret there. But maybe not. He's fine with those. Oh, that is going to be a long-range hook hitting into Draven. That's going to be a stun. The second bandage misses, though. They're going to be pushing in for that. Zaya's ulting, dropping turret aggro, but there's not enough follow-up. Draven just gets out of there for free. And Aurelia coming down to make sure nothing future can happen. That sidestep from Draven was huge. Dodging that second stun from Amumu. Amumu hit that long-range bandage perfectly. Got in there. Zaya hit that root to pull him back in, but then he perfectly sidestepped the second Amumu Q and didn't get stunned. That would have for sure been the death of him. But he lives. Zaya also goes Kraken Slayer here. This is very interesting. You do have the tanks in Blitzcrank and Volibear to worry about here, but Gale Force gives you that extra security against Blitzcrank Q. So I don't know if that's the right decision here. Gale Force is almost unanimously considered the better option on Zaya, because it just gives you that extra safety. You have the safety of your ult, but you still stay in place when you use that. You can just dodge one ability. That Gale Force gives you that crucial dash to get out of range there. It looks like blue side might be setting up for some Rift Herald here. There is a red side ward, but Warwick is the only one really able to move. Azir's catching a wave. Blitzcrank's moving, and Aurelia might be moving in on him. Blitzcrank's running up. Azir's going to summon the turret, but it might be too late. He does ult the he ults the Blitzcrank, but it's not in time because Aurelia was the one who was targeting. Aurelia might die to Warwick here. Aurelia does have fully stacked passive though, but Warwick just has so much healing, he kills her and gets that big shutdown. That's 350 extra gold. Blitzcrank flashing over that wall. He does not know where Amumu is anymore. Yone's just going to ult for it. That fear from, the fear from Warwick's just barely not enough. He couldn't get any more autos in time. And that Azir turret does not do as much damage as a normal turret. If that was a normal turret, Yone very well might have been dead. But blue side's playing very well. That was a very good catch from Warwick onto Aurelia, but he did die in turn. And Draven's just playing so safe. All he needs to do is stay there for him. Oh, very good ult from Amumu. That's going to be another kill for Zaya. That's two stuns from Amumu. Another follow-up. Good job from Amumu not taking that kill, giving Zaya 2 more kills. Zaya is very much back in this game now. She is only 5 CS down, and she is 3-2 to Draven's 2-0. The one thing to remember, though, is Draven does have that cash in from his passive, so Draven most likely has more gold than Zaya. Draven also has a serrated Dirk here, so he might not be going for Infinity Edge second. This might be a collector second from Draven, or it could just be an early Dirk pickup to follow up into something. But that Caulfield's Warhammer does make me expect that's not that. Warwick does already have Titanic Hydra, and Volibear also already has Frostfire Gauntlet here. Volibear also noticing the heavy amount of CC, going for those Merc Treads, where Warwick is going for those plated steel caps, and noticing that Draven, Aurelia, Warwick, and Yone are all doing most of their damage through autos. Malphite is already finished his Froster. We are gonna have a fight. Big 3-man stun from Warwick. A big ult from Azir. That's all 5 here. That's gonna be one. Yone already dead. That's gonna be Blitzcrank dead. Draven is gonna kill the Warwick, but what else can they get here? Draven's just killing everyone. That's 3 for Draven. Draven's just going unchecked. He's going to get 4 here. He's just going to kill Malphite. Malphite can't do anything. That's Quadra. That's going to be an ace from blue side. A Quadra kill from Draven. Aurelia following up for the final kill there. This Draven is terrifying. He's just walking through the enemy team, catching those axes, getting those huge autos, just mowing them down. This Essence Reaper is really showing its value because Draven keeps on catching his axes. That's not what's getting it. The thing is, every single time he catches an axe, he refreshes his W cooldown. He constantly is proccing that, giving him those sheen stacks. And now Draven is built into an Eclipse. He is most likely, he has Zeal here and a Kershi's Shard, so leaving me to think he might be going Rapid Fire Cannon, just going for those long-range autos to deal long-range poke, which is the one thing that Draven doesn't really have is poke. But the enemy team doesn't have too much either. It's really just Azir. for poke on the MT. Azir also has that Leandries, which is probably his best option here. Going for extra poke into this Aurelia, Volibear, Blitzcrank, who are going to be fairly tanky. Aurelia has a Blade of the Rune King and Jock Show. She deals a lot of damage and is very tanky now. She is so scary. Blitzcrank also with that Even Shroud. Going to make it anytime that he gets CC'd by a Mumu or anybody else, or anytime he pulls somebody in, as seen, everybody on his team is going to do extra damage. Draven's just going to run straight at the other two there. But Draven's picking up so many kills. He's 7-0-5, 600 gold bounty. He's just constantly getting cash-ins. He's never lost any stacks. That's just going to be another kill, another big hook from Blitzcrank. Xayah doesn't have any... Xayah could not ult in time, and she doesn't have a Gale Force or Flash Up to dodge that. There's not much they can do. Draven can just run at people. That ult's going to come through. Almost kill. This next auto's going to kill. But the stun from Amu is going to get the shutdown. That is a shutdown. A 700 gold shutdown onto a Mumu. That's a lot. 1,000 gold in a Mumu's pocket. It's a big shutdown, but not necessarily on the person you want it to go to. The gold is going to the support, which can be very valuable. Mumu can be huge in those team fights. But you want that gold going to a carry that can... deal more damage to more people. Although that Amumu is very valuable in shutting that Draven down.
I mean, they did shut down the Draven, but I mean, was it really? Yeah, going for the support now gets the cash to help team fights and such like that. But as soon as Draven,
it's not the best. They still lost a lot, but it is they got a lot out of that situation. Draven being greedy, but Draven doesn't lose any stacks from his passive because he already just cashed in, so he didn't have any because he just killed multiple people. Looks like we are going to have a gank on this Yone. He has used his E. That's the ult there. He does not get the kill on Malphite. Warwick's gonna follow that dash with that Q. That's going to be a kill for Malphite with that Q. Aurelia's looking. Draven's just gonna insta kill. Yep. If I were Malphite, I would just stayed in that bush and started backing, not started going after. Aurelia was going for Warwick. You might have had the chance of making it back. Good dash from Azir to get out of there, but that top turret's going to be gone. All they need to do is death ball around Draven, and almost no one can stop him. The best chance that you have here is a Mumu hitting a huge ult, and then Azir and Malphite following up, but Malphite's dead. That is a flash Q from Blitzcrank, but it's not going to catch anyone here. They're just going to siege these towers. They are going to back off on this tower now. Oh, that's a hook from Blitzcrank onto the Amumu. Amumu's going to turn around and hook back, but he's not going to fall. That's an ult from Azir, trapping that Blitzcrank. That Blitzcrank's most likely going to be dead here. No, there's no one to follow up. And Draven cashes out on another kill. No one followed up on the Blitzcrank that was caught. They all changed their focus. So everyone on blue side got out alive there. This might be the end for red team. I don't know if they can do much. Amumu does have ult available, but can Malphite and Warwick provide enough damage to back up? That's a two-man ult from Yone, though. The follow-up from Warwick, that's going to be a kill. That's going to be a stun from Amumu getting two people. But the damage is just too much from blue side. They're just mowing through everyone. This Aurelia just deals so much damage, so much catch potential from the Volibear and the Aurelia, just catching everyone out here. This is looking like it's going to be an end of the game. Blue team is going to take this most likely. Unless they can't get enough damage onto the Nexus. That is an ult down on Xayah, but nobody's in between her and her feathers. That is still going to be a kill. Aurelia's coming through, though, now. So much damage and healing from Aurelia. Dodging so much damage here. Following up, getting those autos. A good pull from Blitzcrank. This is going to be the end of the game. Aurelia focusing down that turret there. That offensive pressure from Aurelia and Draven was just too much. Red side did have a decent amount of good catches, but they just didn't have enough damage. Red side was able to just get out of that CC and then turn that damage onto red side. There was not much they could do after that Draven snowballed out of control. For game 2, we're most likely going to have to see a Draven ban here, because unless they have some bot lane that they know can contest this.
Just overall, that whole game, that Draven was
We all know the feeling of a lost or stolen card. With the instant issue debit cards from Gate City Bank, you don't need to feel that way for long. Turn your card on or off at any time for any reason. And Gate City Bank can issue you a new card in just minutes at any location. Instant issue debit cards. Just one of the many ways we make banking better. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
When you were a kid, what did you love to do? Think back. It wasn't so long ago. At Bismarck State College, we don't want you to give up on it, so we created a place you can follow it. A place that can help you turn what moves you into your future. Call it a hardworking Midwestern idea, but we think you should be able to follow your passion, learn marketable skills, and get a valuable college education right here in Bismarck at a fair price. Because just like there's no one quite like you, there's no place quite like BSC. 4,000 on-campus and online students, small class sizes, and passionate teachers who give you their full attention. A full range of 2-year and 4-year degree programs and vocational degrees designed to take you as far as you want to go, whether you graduate with us or transfer. More than 20 bachelor's degrees available through North Dakota universities. You'll also find tons of clubs, organizations, events, activities, and athletics that make BSC not just a real college experience, but a real community. A place that feels custom-made to help you be more you. All we ask is you bring more than yourself to BSC. Bring your passion. Discover the next version of you at Bismarck State College. Visit bismarckstate.edu to apply or schedule a tour.
My name is Evan Chafee, and I am on the Bismarck State esports team for Valorant. I heard about the esports team a long time ago, and I was just really happy to even have the opportunity to be on it. As soon as they talked about scholarship money, my interest just went up really high. It's very cool that they're starting to get more involved with it. The best thing about being on the esports team for Fortnite, it was being able to play with players that understood the game, as well as being able to have really low ping, which made playing it a lot more enjoyable. I've met some really good friends, and it's very cool that we get to play all the time now. I think esports is popular. I feel like there's a lot of reasons. There's a very diverse group of people, and I feel like if there are people that thought gaming was for nerds or whatever, they're like, see, oh, Drake's playing it, and then they'll try it, and then they'll like it, which happened at my school, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad you're liking it now. See, I would say if you are interested at all in playing, I would give it a shot because you might end up liking it, and scholarship money, it's pretty cool.
Life never stops asking, what to do now? What to do next? So what do? Watch life go by and say, sorry, no can do. No, that's a big not to do. You do the smart thing and go to North Dakota's first and only Polytechnic, where hands-on learning leads to higher wage earning. To do what makes you better, do what takes you further. To learn to do what you were meant to do. Bismarck State College. Let's do this.
As we see the draft here, the adjustments I'd like to see from CHS's side is they probably want to look at a Draven and Aurelia ban, and probably also a Blitzcrank ban. They are already banning the set though, so they can only take away 2 of those. There is the Aurelia coming through. I would not expect Legacy to differ too much from the... stopped again? We are going to see the Malphite ban and then the Kassadin ban, indicating a possible look at playing an AP assassin in the mid lane here on Legacy's side. So they are changing up that draft a bit, even though that first draft worked out very well for them. And that also that Draven is going to make it through. So if that Draven is picked, we'll have to see what the adjustment from CHS's side is. We are going to see a Victor right away. That was not banned out, so that will be picked here. That was very good in Sentry's first game here to allow them to grab that win. And we are going to see a Katarina, so that is where the Kassadin ban came out. Kassadin probably having the absolute easiest time possible against Katarina. Victor's not too bad, though, either. He does have that stun that he can just sit inside or place right in front of him if Katarina tries to jump him. We do also have a Maokai. Very strong jungler and very good support as well. So that is a flex that could go to either lane. We'll have to see what they respond. Ooh, looking at a Trundle, thinking that this Maokai might be jungle or just accounting for any other possible tank. Oh, looks like it might actually be Sejuani. Trundle, they are going to lock in Trundle here. Trundle's very good into other tank junglers and does do very well into Maokai and Zac, two of the best junglers right now, which are both tanks. You have that ult, which just takes away almost all of their resistances and makes you tankier as you steal their resistances. We are going to see a Leona, so an aggressive option, indicating that they are ready in case that bot lane goes for that Draven. You have an option that can easily just jump onto him. Amumu can jump on as well, but you have to catch him outside in the minions because those minions stop Amumu Q. Leona doesn't have that problem. She can just jump right through. But the Draven is not going to come through. Instead, we are going to see the Varus. Varus does not have escape either, so if Leona hits that E, then she could just follow up with all of that CC and Varus can be in trouble. But Varus also has that ult to throw back at her. And he also has just so much damage as you get those items if you're going on hit. Or he has early game poke. And that poke can hurt Leona quite a lot and dissuade her from going in. We are going to see a Tristana ban. Tristana Leona would be a very aggressive kill lane that Varus would not appreciate. So that is definitely a good ban coming out from red side here. We'll have to see what blue side responds with for bans. I would maybe want to see... Blitzcrank might not be something that you need to ban either because you aren't too worried about Blitzcrank hooking in that Leona. Yone is a good one if you do not want to face that Yone again on the top end. They are going to ban the Xayah. Xayah is a decent matchup into Varus, both being decent mid-range. Xayah can also dodge that Varus ult with her own ult, which is crucial. Dodging that Varus ult is huge because if you get hit with that, you are going to take a big Q or E from Varus. Not only that, but your support also has to leave your side if they don't want to get stuck in that ult as well. And we are still going to see the Blitzcrank ban. A bit interesting, so it's curious to see what they're going to pick for ADC because Leona does not mind Blitzcrank because she's completely fine with being hooked in as she's just going to turn around and stun that Blitzcrank. We do also see Nocturne, so it looks like this Maokai will be support, most likely. And this Nocturne will be jungle. Nocturne can put so much pressure on this enemy team. He can go... so we do have an MF here, so Nocturne could go lethality to just burst down this Victor and MF. And it's going to be Zac. So this might be Trundle top lane and Zac jungle, or it could even be Zac top and Trundle jungle. Both are good flex picks here. So we do not know necessarily what we're going to see, but we know that red side is most likely going to be Nocturne jungle here. So we're waiting to see what this top lane might be, unless it's top lane Maokai. It's going to be Garen top. Okay, so is this going to be a Trundle top or Zac top from blue side? We might actually be seeing a Leona top, which is a very interesting pick. Leona can do some ridiculously unfair damage. But Nocturne might be looking at going for a bruiser build here, as your only squishies are Victor and MF. Nocturne's lethality build has been doing quite a bit better recently with those Axiom arc buffs, allowing him to get those constant ults, but that has not hurt the win rate of his bruiser build, where he's just gonna go for Stride Breaker, maybe a Sterax Gauge, Death's Dance, those tanky AD items to help him survive. This Varus Maokai is a very terrifying lane, but so is Zac Misfortune. Both lanes have so much kill power. Also, Maokai can Q into the Zac jump and stop that jump from coming in, and stop that knock up, and stop Zac in his tracks, and then turn that on him. Also, Maokai can ult, catch that, and then Varus can follow up with ult and can do the exact same thing the other way around. Varus can ult, Maokai can follow up, and if Maokai follows up, that can ensure that both people get stunned in the bot lane. So both bot lanes are pretty even. Varus probably does have a little bit more poke here than MF, but Zac also doesn't necessarily mind that poke because he has that passive to keep him alive in case he dies. Katarina to Victor. Victor is going to want to poke Katarina as much as possible, level 1 and 2. Level 2, Katarina can easily go for a jump in on him. Victor might need to take W level 2 to stay safe, unless he gets enough poke down that he doesn't think that he has to worry. If he doesn't, Katarina could possibly just kill him at level 2. If she has Ignite, she gets some good damage onto him. But if Victor takes W, he could possibly just turn that on her. And once he has that W, he has a lot of ways to play around Katarina jumping in if he places his W at the right point. That ult also makes it so that Katarina does not want to stay still in her ult for too long, because Victor's ult will deal so much damage. Trundle is also most likely going to want to just farm. He can do pretty decent into Nocturne early, but Nocturne can also do decent, especially because Trundle's pillar can actually be spell shielded by Nocturne. And if he does that at the right time, that's most likely going to allow him to win that fight. So it will be very important how Nocturne uses that spell shield if there is a 1v1 jungle scuffle. Leona into Garen is quite interesting. Leona is very tanky and has lots of CC. Her Garen does have that silence, but it's not too long, and he has to run right in where Leona can just turn around and stun him. Garen can only cleanse slows with his Q, which Leona's mostly just hard CC. Not much for slowing unless she misses the center of her ult. Leona's actually not that bad at farming because her she has that auto attack reset on her stun that is also an enhanced auto attack, dealing some more damage. She's very tanky and can do some surprising damage if you build things like I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Heartsteel here or a Jack Show. And then she can also very easily build into Titanic Hydra and do a lot of damage. Zac, we are most likely going to see Radiant Virtue. Maokai could go AP, could go tank, might build a Radiant Virtue. Most likely, I would expect probably a Radiant Virtue, but it could very easily be full AP here. Both sides really only have one main form of AP, being their mid laners, but Leona does also deal a good amount of AP damage. That Varus can also deal some AP damage. He is going on hit, it would appear. But Maokai also has AP damage on that red side. But that Leona, Zac, and Victor will also all be doing AP, but it will mostly be Victor, as Leona and Zac are most likely going to be going tank. We do see that cleanse here from MF, but the cleanse isn't super valuable if Maokai hits that W, because he's going to come onto you and then knock you back. We do have looks like what might be a 5-man invade for blue side. There is a ward. They have all been spotted. They do know. 2 wards. They know they're coming in. They're just going to back out. They're just going to... There's not going to be much. We do have that 1 ward that is taken. Here. It was taken by Victor. That is actually it can actually be quite important. They're going to go back in, but they were on the ward. They know that they're there. all of Red side knows that they're there, so they are not going to get much out of this. But that ward can actually be pretty important on Victor because that does give him a little bit of XP, which makes it so that he will hit, he should hit level 2 off of the first minion wave, which will give him level 2 first on this Katarina, which can allow him to get some extra poke down. That could actually come in crucial in this mid lane. But we do see both teams retreat and take their respective bot lane buffs. That ward from Red side just was so crucial in avoiding that gank. But there is that ward, that blue side ward on the buff, so they do know that they did take that ward, and they do know Nocturne's relative pathing there. We do see both supports having both Ignite and Aftershock. Both of them also having Aegis of the Legion, just going for that passive farming. Maokai, yeah, after his recent changes, going for E-Max and just going for damage in the bushes just is not as valuable anymore. Victor trying to get some of that early poke. He does have Summon Ares, so he has a bit more shielding power. Ooh, that Q does catch. He is in the slow. That is going to be an early flash out of Varus. Very good engage from Zach. Saving that, or getting that jump just in time to have to force the flash out of Varus. A very well timed, very well placed make it rain from MF. Oh, that's another landing of the Q, getting that knockup. And that pullback. Good damage from F. Very good bullying this Varus, making sure that they can't do too much. Both mid laners are level 3. Leona is down a little bit, but her early farming isn't going to be as much. She's just going to try and catch what she can. Also to notice, red side has no TPs, while blue side has both Leona and Victor. Ooh, Victor's going to be dead. And Katarina does make it out of the range. Is she going to get a double? No, she doesn't. And Trundle doesn't die to minions. Trundle getting that revenge kill and the assist still going to Victor. Katarina does have a sizable CS lead, but Victor had TP. Also, Leona had to TP to top right away because they tried that invade that didn't work out. So she does not have invade right now. So she needs to be careful not to be poked out of lane, or else she's going to lose more than she wants. That sapling is going to spot out Zach in that bush. That is the one benefit of Maokai here, is you have these pseudo wards in your saplings to spot out people in bushes. They are also going to know that Zach is in that river bush. And now red side has placed a ward in that bottom bush to make sure that Zach can't sneak in there when they don't have anything. Leona is a little bit low on mana here. She's just trying to scrap what she can. Leona also has no items. Leona has no items, which is definitely a very big detriment. Very big damage here on bot lane, though. Very good trading this. MF making the most of what she can. She's slightly down in CS. Victor's taking a good amount of damage. Katarina's getting those resets. He's going to get that stun. That's going to be another kill, but Trundle's here again. That's just going to be another revenge kill. 2 kills for Trundles, 2 kills for Katarina. Katarina's going AD as well. She has bought a Vamp Scepter. So, Trundle's just watching this Katarina, making sure that she can't snowball too hard. Trundle does already have that Sheen, which is very big. Leona's still sitting here with no items, though. This is a big detriment. She's not getting that extra damage or healing or anything from Doran's shield. That is going to be very problematic. It is for sure a bit of a detriment, and why she's not catching so much healing. This Maokai might be dead, though. Oh, that flash makes it through. Trundle gets that big pillar, but he is knocked back. This is going to be a revenge kill, though. Katarina's here. She's picking up kills. Nocturne's here, getting that. He has that valuable attack speed. He's going to kill that Trundle there. Very good engage from blue side, but an even better response from red side. Katarina picking up 2 more kills and Nocturne picking up a kill. Very valuable here, and red side is up 2,000 gold early. This Leona is very far down in CS. She's not able to do much. She has no items. She has no mana. She can't do much. She does no damage to Garen. Garen's just ignoring her while attacking the tower. All of the minions are dealing Leona, dealing more damage to her than she's doing to Garen. He is going to ignite right under the tower and take 2 turret shots. Leona is still very tanky and does have that level 6. But Garen does too. He's just going to ult and kill her. Leona is now able to buy an Aegis of the Legion. Victor fighting back a bit. Katarina going a little too far, taking that turret shot. Victor is playing this fairly well, trying to stay back. He needs to get that poke down. There we go. We have that poke coming out. That Summonary doing a little bit extra damage there, helping him out. Yeah, staying away from those daggers that deal just so much damage. He just needs to sit back and farm, get those ability evolves. Those are big. This bot lane that had such a big lead they still are doing well, but those 2 kills on them were very detrimental. MF is still slightly above, going to get a bit of damage, some decent damage there. Almost, I wonder if she was almost trying to bait that Maokai dash in so that Zac could follow up. Zac does not have passive because he died though, so he does have to be very mindful of that. Bot lane is CHS bot lane is a bit up in those. Victor stepping a little too far forward. He does get the stun, but it's too late. We saw the Q come out. This, very good re-engage from red side here. A lot of damage on Maokai, but even more on Zac. Zac respecting the Varus WQ, walking very far back, making sure he can't pick up that kill. But this Trundle is coming in, but Varus is just going to turn on MF, dealing so much damage when proccing those Blight stacks. But Trundle's here. He's walking right back in, but Maokai's here now. He's not going to be able to get it. He does force the flash and heal from Varus, but not before losing the flash from MF. Leona still only has an Aegis of the Legion. She doesn't have a starting item, which does decrease her damage to these minions. Garen already has tier 2 boots and a Hearthstone axe, and he's way up in CS. He has so much gold up. He's able to just ignore this Leona because she's not doing enough damage and she's not forcing fights, so she's not winning anything. This Garen's just taking no damage from this Leona. Those starter items help way more than you think they do. Not having one is very detrimental. This starting invade may be what's losing this top lane because Leona had to run right to top. And she had forgotten to buy items when they went for that invade. Good poke out from Victor, but he has to be very careful because that Katarina can absolutely just blow him up. Varus getting a bit of that poke down while farming. That's the very good part of that Varus Q is it does so much damage. You can just farm minions from so far away while also laying down some good poke. Victor continuing to do the same. Laying down poke while getting CS. Trundle coming in here. He does hit the Varus. That is going to be a good jump in. That's going to be 1 kill for MF with the bullet time. And a 2nd kill picked up by Trundle. Very good gank coming in from Trundle. Catching that Varus. And a very good engage from Zac to follow up. Maokai trying to turn back to save his ADC. But he just cannot do enough. That Varus has already lost so much health. A very good bullet time laid down on top, making sure that that Varus could not go anywhere. Capitalizing on that fact that that Varus had no heal or flash, and that MF hit that level 6 so much sooner than Varus. This bot lane is doing very well and is going to need to be this key. They are going to need to keep it safe from this Katarina. This Leona, her main job later on is going to be to stick by this MF and keep her safe. The flash coming out from Varus to save her from that ult. Oh, Trundle coming in for the gank, but Nocturne popping the ult to make sure that Trundle doesn't try anything. So a safety ult pop to make sure that if Trundle goes in, that Nocturne can easily turn it, making sure that Katarina stays safe. Victor's not safe under this turret. Katarina can easily just jump in and flash or jump out. This top turret is in so much danger. This Garen is just tearing through it. Leona's not able to do any damage to this Garen. This Trundle needs to be looking top to try and get something done to get this Leona back in and stop this Garen. MF's just straight up out damaging this Varus. He's not able to get his 3 stacks and his ability because this MF's just doing so much damage. Varus does have Noon Quiver and Vampiric Scepter, but it's just not enough. Going in on this Varus, he missed. Oh, the Zac misses the Q. This is a Katarina down. This might be a return double kill. This is a flash for Varus. Bullet time coming out. Does not kill the Varus. No kill back on Varus. Everyone's bot lane. It's a party in bot, but the only kill is going to be MF, it looks like. MF, recognizing that she's caught, tries to turn on Varus, but just gets caught by the Maokai and can't get close enough to get those last 2 autos. Garen gets first tower in the meantime, which Leona just can't do anything against. She has no match to his damage. She doesn't deal enough damage to him. He's too tanky for her to deal any damage to, and he's 70 CS up on her. Katarina's 30 CS up on Victor, and Nocturne's Nocturne's about 20 CS up on. This is just going to be a gank. This is going to be a dead Victor. Good look from Garen, just coming in from behind, recognizing that Victor has no flash. The sun doesn't come out fast enough, doesn't catch either of them. That's going to be the cleanse from MF. No follow-up, it looks like. They know that Katarina's down there somewhere, and they need to respect that. This Leona was a very interesting pick, very aggressive pick here. Very interesting pick, but it's just not paying out on blue side. They need to get more items. It needs to scale up. It just can't deal with this Garen. This Garen deals too much damage and doesn't take any from Leona. Leona can't scrap with him at all. She just doesn't have enough early game damage. Garen just has too many early stats. Leona, along with many tank supports, has very surprising early game damage, but Garen can just match that so well. And now this Katarina has a full Blade of the Ruined King and 3 stacks of Darkseal. She is very scary, but a shutdown hits her hard, giving a 550 gold bounty to whoever takes her down, plus removing those Darkseal stacks, which does hurt quite a bit. Now, there is only 3 right now, but that's still scary. Nocturne also picking up a Kraken Slayer, which is very interesting, but is definitely a good pick into this Leona, Trundle, and Zac. Victor barely making it out of there. Decent scuffle on the bot lane. Zac dodging that Q, not getting all those stacks procced. Trundle walking in again, but does get slowed by the sapling in that bush. Those bush saplings hurt a lot, and Katarina is coming down now, and Nocturne's looking. Leona's also on her way, so she could hit a big ult and turn things. But we're going to have to see what happens. It looks like they're back. It looks like red side is backing off, not going to want to go for a dive here. Red team is already committed. We're going to want to see somebody move up top to get that wave. That's a huge wave in top lane. Varus hitting that poke little by little. It does matter. Garen is bot here. There is vision in that tri-bush from blue side. They do know that people are there. They know that that 3 people are there. It looks like they might be going for a dive. This is all 5 on red. This is everyone is bot lane right now. Some big fight might be about to break out. Those quick autos and auto resets, getting rid of that turret quickly. Maokai ult coming down, trying. Oh, it catches both of the bot laners. MF is already dead. Nocturne's dead now. Maokai is dead as well, getting that big ult coming in. Can they get Katarina for some big damage? Katarina jumps back in, but she's under tower. She's going to die to Victor, getting big kills. Those are some huge kills from blue side. Getting that big shutdown, getting rid of those stacks, turning on that. That's a 3-for-1. That is huge for blue side to come back in. Very good ult usage. All of red side focusing on the MF, expecting most of the damage to come out, but Victor and Trundle just laying down some huge damage, and Leona and Zac placing so much CC on that enemy team. They capitalize on that so quickly, noticing that Nocturne is pretty squishy with that Kraken Slayer. He doesn't have the Bruiser build, so he doesn't have the extra HP from Stridebreaker. Then, noticing that Katarina jumps back, they get Katarina low. She had probably a decent escape route, but she decides to go back in to try and get that kill, but they notice and they kill her before she can get anything. And Victor picks that up, which is a very good pickup for him. He has Leandre's here. This Garen, though, is so scary. He already has Stride Breaker. Oh, that's just going to be a death there. That's going to be Ignite coming out from Garen. He's just going to run that Victor down. Not much he can do. This Garen is very scary. 4-0. He can duel anybody on this enemy team. The best chance they have is they need this Trundle to take those, to ult that Garen and take those kills. Looks like it might be second Rift Herald for Red side, though. Trying to extend that gold lead. It's still at 5,000 up for Red team. But this Rift Herald very well might extend this even further. Bot lane still holding on. MF is up in CS still. Varus has no kills. This Maokai has also died multiple times. But they're going to be there. That's the ult coming out from Varus. Only going to hit one. Going to proc those stacks. Get the Varus, but nothing else is going to come out of it. Some good damage onto Zac. Looks like it's forcing a back as well, but not going to get a kill. That's going to be Rift Herald popped mid to get that mid turret. MF walking into that bush, taking those saplings. The flash is followed by the Maokai W. He's going to go in. He's just going to get hit by the ult. The Varus Q is going to claim the kill. Those two turret shots still hit Maokai, but it does not matter. She gets hit by all of the CC. She uses Cleanse, but it's not enough. There's just so much CC to follow up. They know they're here. That's going to be a two-man Zac stun. Big ult. Lots of damage coming down. That's Nocturne dead already. This could be Dragon, but Katarina's staying alive. She dies to Victor again, but Garen deals so much damage. This Varus is not tanky at all, though. Victor can't get in to get the kill, though. That Leandre's is ticking away. Neither team is going to be able to safely do Dragon now, though. They still have this ward here. Victor looking for it. The Garen ult is ticking now. Varus is in danger. Maokai taking that Hex Gate. MF flying down, suppressing fire with that ult. That Victor's so close to death. Can the Leandre's and red buff seal it? I don't think it will. He'll barely survive. But holding it off. This Garen's just going to start up Dragon, though. Nocturne's back. But so is Trundle and Zac. MF has no ult, though. Are they going to try to engage this? Red team's backing off. It looks like there might not be any Dragon attempt right now. Katarina's just going to go and claim that mid lane wave. Blue team's going to try and get rid of some of these wards. Ooh, they don't get that second one in time. There's still a ward in that red buff pit. Red team might be going for second try at Dragon here. MF is low. There are no ults available for blue side. This Dragon looks like it is going to go to red team. That was an objective bounty, but it will not be claimed. That sapling is going to proc on both, getting that slow. That Varus is going to hit the ult. The ult's going to spread. The Maokai ult's going to hit. This Victor's also dead. 2 kills for Garen. This Garen is 8-0-1. Extremely scary. Garen also now has double buffs. He's just going to run through. They're just going to grab this second mid tower. Blue team is in a lot of hurt. They had a very good looking early game. But this Katarina got ahead. They got a few kills on her. But this Garen, this Leona pick just is not panning out for blue team. This Leona pick could not do anything into Garen. Could not keep him from just freely farming and freely getting turret. Ooh, MF walking up a bit, but nothing on the team to dissuade her. No ult for Varus to grab her as she came out. Just getting that bit of extra damage. This Nocturne is very scary with that ult. Getting people down. He has so much attack speed with these Berserker's Greaves and Kraken Slayer. He notices that they just have enough takiness with Maokai and Garen, so he just wants to go for pure damage with that Kraken Slayer. He does have cloth armor next, though, so he may be going for possibly a Death's Dance here. That's what I would be expecting. It looks like Trundle is going for a Blade of the Ruined King. Leona could be going for a Frozen Heart here with those double cloth armors. Varus is on his way to that Ginsu's Rage Blade. Both bot laners are tied up in CS now. MF has died many times. Red team has done a very good job of just recognizing that this MF can do so much damage getting right on top of her. But now these new damage threats of Victor and Trundle have popped up. Victor has those 6 total takedowns, giving him so many passive stacks. He might have all 3 of his abilities upgraded by now. Trundle does so much damage just with that Divine Sunder in combination with his Q. That can shred people so fast. But this Katarina is so scary along with this Garen. This Katarina can instantly jump onto that back lane, onto that MF and Victor, and instantly kill them. So that makes this Leona and Zac need to be careful when they engage to make sure that their backline doesn't get re-engaged on by this Katarina and just that's Katarina and Nocturne. Nocturne also has that backline access and just killed. So they need to be very careful with their target selection. They need to maybe play for a few picks with this CC that they have. They do know that Katarina's bot. There is 4 people on the bot side of this map. They aren't going to get here in time, it looks like. Katarina is going to just safely walk away. Maokai getting some deep vision into blue side's top jungle. 4 of blue team moving up towards mid lane. Garen's there, but he's just going to move into the jungle, and they're just going to catch this wave as it comes in. Top wave needs somebody to catch it. Probably want to send MF up there to grab that. There is a ward there. They do know there. Now, that Varus Q does allow them to know that ward's there. That is actually... The sweeper will tell them for sure that there is a ward there. They do know that Maokai is here. But they assume that somebody else must be close by with how brave Maokai is being. And indeed, Garen is right there. Garen is at 3 items. With that Stride Breaker, that Mortal Reminder, and that Dead Man's Plate, making him extremely scary. At the same time, if blue team can manage to take him down with too many casualties, that's a quick 1,000 gold into their team. But, oh, that is a very interesting interaction. Garen getting stunned, but he had already started the ult, so it still continues through, and Katarina going to pick up that Q. That Victor was just caught out of place. He moved too far up and had no way back. And Garen capitalizing on that, knowing that he could not be stopped. Victor's not going to deal enough damage to kill him. We do have Radiant Virtue coming out for Zac and Even Shroud for Maokai. It looks like red team are going to start up Baron, and there is no one on blue team on the top side of the map. They do assume that they are doing it. Dragon hasn't spawned in yet, though. It's still well out. That's going to be Baron. They're going to take backs, and they're going to get all the way back to that Dragon before it spawns. And that is soul point for red team. That's soul point. Hextech, that's going to be big poke damage. That's going to be so much extra poke damage on Varus, and that's going to be extra slows for their team to help them catch. This is looking real tough from blue team to come back in on. That is going to be Maokai taking that Hextech. He's going to have to flash back over the Dragon Pit, not knowing that the entire other team was sitting there. Although that ward was there, so he might have just accidentally not canceled that. Red team is going to stop that. That is the Maokai ult. That is going to catch 3. Oh, Katarina ulting it for huge damage! That's a pentakill for Katarina! Huge! This might just be the end of the game for red team.
But there's still one more left. Zac is actually alive.
Oh no, Zac is alive. That is not a penta. That is my bad. I did not see Zac made it out. Katarina is just going to take the Quadra. They are just going to try and end through mid, though. There's almost nothing that can stop them. Katarina is going to look for the penta. Maokai is going to target it. He's going to jump on. Zac gets the shutdown, preventing the penta. Does he get a double here? He gets a double. That might have been a bit greedy from Red side. Red side is not going to be able to end here. They likely had a chance of ending with Baron and Dragon Soul, but they are not going to be able to now. That might have been too greedy of a pick. Blue team might be safe for now. Yes, it looks like blue team will be safe for now. Yes, this Katarina is just terrifying. She has that Blade the Rune King alongside Nasher's Tooth and Riftmaker for extra tankiness. She has so much healing and tankiness that she can just jump into the middle of that entire team with no consequence. Especially once Zac has jumped out of there, there's no way to interrupt her because Victor Stun has to be on the ground for a set amount of time. But this is looking very bad for blue side. There is very little they can do to get back into this game. They're going to have to get some very crucial picks, and this Garen is extremely hard to take down. The combined tankiness of this Garen with his high damage, that's just might be a pick onto this Leona. She is going to flash over and be safe for now. That is ult out for Varus. That's a bit picked here, Joe. But here comes Katarina, looking for the big damage. Instant kill. The ult is down. That's an easy triple kill for Katarina. Looking for another quadra. That's the quadra. MF's bot. She's going to be making her way up. Is this going to be the actual penta for Katarina? They see MF. She's looking for it. Ooh, she's not going to make it in. Is she going to go into the base? She is, but she's going to die too soon. Another penta denied. 3 kills for MF. But the Varus is still alive, and there's still minions here. This Varus might just end this game. Nocturne's on his way up as well. It looks like this is just going to be the end of the game. This Varus has the attack speed. He just kills minions, gets extra attack speed. Nocturne's here. There's not going to be anything that blue team can do. They do have respawns. They have 3 respawns. Can they do it in time? Nocturne is not taking down the turret. The Nexus is still alive. Varus does not make it out in time. There are no TPs from red side. The Nexus is safe for now. Blue team does hold the game off. They do prevent the team from getting the kills. They stun that Nocturne, preventing from getting it, and they chase off Varus, not allowing him to get in those auto attacks to end the game. Oh, that is a Q landing, but will it be enough to chase down that Varus? No, they're going to retreat. This is still a long way for blue team to get back in the game, but they have delayed their demise for now. This is a 14k gold lead for red team, though. Such a big deficit. There are so many items. This Katarina has two needlessly large staffs. This Garen is 4 items. Having the... Oh, that's just... Garen just does so much damage alongside Katarina. Katarina getting in, ignoring all the damage, getting those easy kills, getting all those resets, just dashing in, dealing so much damage. Another triple kill. There's no penta available because Garen has already claimed the first kill. Varus claims the kill. That's going to be the end of the game. Blue side did some things very good at the beginning, fighting back, getting those good bot lanes. They had that really good 5-man team fight in bot, getting that shutdown on Katarina, getting those 3-for-1 kill. But red team just played too well, extended their leads, played it as well as they could, and there was almost nothing that blue team could do to fight back from that lead once they got to that 17k ending gold deficit. And that is going to be the win for Legacy.